Hello and welcome to Oswego State ACHA Hockey. I'm Ben Greco alongside Jerry Pritchard. It's a military appreciation afternoon, I guess. It's a 2 p.m. start here as the Lakers host University at Buffalo after an overtime victory last night against RIT at Fort Ontario. And Jerry, I'm glad to be in the warmth at MCC. I never thought I'd say MCC is warm.
Yeah, I know, really. I mean, I always thought it's chilly in here on a normal game day for ACHA, but the fort was something else. It was a different animal, really. I mean, we were seeing our breath as we were commentating. That's something I'd never really experienced before. But either way, Oswego able to take that hard-fought win in overtime last night in a crucial conference matchup. Looking to do pretty much the same thing here again, another NECHL matchup.
Luke Myers with 2 goals, both in the second period, almost had the hat trick, but that third goal, which was really the second goal, would have been the second goal, got waved off due to alleged hand pass, according to the referees, and a couple players after the game is what the referees said. But also UB is coming, and the Mike Lemieux had the game-winning goal in overtime, if you were watching last night, was very exciting for all of us, obviously, at Fort Ontario. And UB, however, is coming off a shootout win over Canisius College last night. And unfortunately, I don't have any stats for them, but Oswego is reached the 500 mark. They are 8-8-0-0 overall and 4-1-2 in conference with that overtime win. University at Buffalo is 7-10-0-0 and 3-1-3-0 in conference. Oswego State Lakers, the 17th game of the season, and like I said, the extremely exciting OT win last night. And last time versus University at Buffalo, the Bulls, won 8-1, and Luke Myers did have the lone goal for the team, for the Lakers, that is, and obviously, like I said, UB comes in at a 7-10 after the shootout win, 7-10 record to say after the shootout win last night. Updated NECHL standings: Niagara complacent at first, or stays at first place. RIT is in second still now with 16 points. Oswego State's in third with 14. UB's in fourth with 11. Canisius is in fifth with 10. Cornell in sixth with 10. Rutgers in seventh with 9 points. Cortland State still searching for that first victory.
Yeah, I mean, Cortland having a tough one. But the interesting thing here about that NECHL standings at the moment is the games in hand for all teams. Buffalo, really, only 6 games played?
Only 6 conference games. They have 1 in hand on Oswego State, 3 in hand on RIT. Oswego's got 2 in hand. I guess RIT 4 in hand against Niagara. So definitely interesting.
Yeah, it's still anyone's conference at this point. A win streak here or there for any team is going to shoot them up in the standings at this point.
Both teams announcing the starting lineups. For Oswego State, it's going to be a second line of Luke Myers, Braden Deming, and Mike Lemieux at defense. Martin Simonek and C.J. Walsh. And in goal, after the overtime victory last night, Alex Golosi and Sharano will be the backup. Parapesco will be out today. Chase Nees, who was out yesterday later in the game, is in tonight after Coach Alhart did tell me he was a little questionable coming in, but he is good to go. He's in the game. So Dan Kelly will be the extra skater as we honor America with the national anthem. Well, we have a moment. The starting 5 for University at Buffalo on defense will be Zach Kubriel and Kale Glinski. At forward, Victor McCutcheon, Michael Lask, and Nicholas Wilkowski. And the starter in goal is John Kraus, who's got a 2-5 overall record. He got an .856 save percentage and a 3.68 goals against average. So definitely going to be a tough game for both sides, looking to stay up in the NECHL standings.
Yeah, this is a tough one. I mean, we got Buffalo right behind us in the standings, and as we said, they do still have that game in hand. So this is a huge game for them. If they play any of these teams where they have a couple games in hand on them, they need these points. Even at 1 point would really do it for Buffalo at this point.
University at Buffalo coming off a shootout win. Lakers coming off an overtime win. So definitely interesting on both sides of the puck, really. And in a sense, it is the military appreciation game. Formerly, in previous years, I know the Lakers have brought down Army soldiers from Fort Drum. I don't think that happened this year, unfortunately, with it being the Saturday afternoon game instead of that Friday game. But either way, a great tribute to the members of our armed forces. Puck is dropped. Oswego State wins the faceoff. Luke Myers wins it, gives it back to Mike Lemieux, who just dumps it back in his own defensive zone. Now it's Martin Simonek. Game started here. University at Buffalo versus Oswego State. Lakers have possession with Martin Simonek. UB is pressuring, however, taken away by Victor McCutcheon. And now Luke Myers has it in the neutral zone. Gives it off to Mike Lemieux in the middle, and instead just dumps it in. UB falls, and now is Deming right up in front looking for pass. UB turnover from Galinsky. Really bad break for the Bulls. Lemieux in the slot, misses the pass, and now goes back to C.J. Walsh, who retreats to the neutral zone and gives it over to Theo Cup. First defensive pairing out now for the Lakers as the forwards attempt to change as well, heading to that third line. Onto the stick of Marzalek, who just tips it in. No icing there, as Galinsky will go in for UB and go after that one. Schaefer has it for UB, gives it back to Galinsky, now to Kubriel, who gives it over to Galinsky. Galinsky with a long pass up to Lieber. Lieber with a lot of speed after the offensive zone, gives it over to Schaefer. Schaefer shot, that one's blocked up in front by Chris Wands. Wands gives it over. Looks like actually a hand pass, but he originally gave it over to Dawson, but linesman will call a hand pass on Chris Wands with 18:56 remaining in the opening period.
Nice to see Oswego still moving, still playing fast like we saw them start last night against RIT. You know, they love to come out flying, and I'm surprised, I mean, even after an overtime game like that, and you said Buffalo in the shootout, they're moving well too. So fatigue does not seem to be a factor so far.
I think that was one of the biggest concerns, at least for the coaching standpoint, is how tired are these guys going to be, and wondering both sides after the overtime and everything. But Oswego State with Theo Cup now has it at the end boards. Chris Wands lost his stick, poked away now by Chris Wands, and it's taken back by Skrupa, who gives it up to Marzalek. Marzalek just tips it and goes onto the stick of Kyle Wilk. Wilk dumps it in. That's taken away by Wands, who gives it over to Cup, his defensive partner, and now enters the neutral zone with it. Long pass tipped in by Dawson. Dawson gets the tip right into the glove. So Kraus, UB's goaltender, will hold on as Marzalek was pressuring it with 18:24 remaining in the period.
Yeah, I mean, if you notice, if the viewers have noticed, we had added the scoreboard last night. That was the first time we used it. Thought it looked pretty good, but today we decided to even try and add the time, and it's a little tough doing a little bit of both commentary and the clock, but we're doing our best here.
Chase Knees with it, gives it over back, to Sean King, who just dumps that one in, so UB will take it away, and that one's now taken away by Jubran. Jubran poking it back to Knees. Knees right in front, backhand, right to the chest. It looks like his shoulder's okay with a tough backhand shot there for the Lakers. UB making chase into the offensive zone with Timothy Allen. Allen with a shot. That one's a big rebound from Golosi, but an easy save there, taken away by King. King gives it over now, wrapping it around to Jay Chapin. Now to Jubran as Chapin was just behind it. UB gets a low slap shot. That one goes wide at Golosi. King makes a sliding shot. Now it's a Cardi. Cardi's got a lot of speed hanging to the offensive zone. Cardi, shot goes way wide as he's knocked down. Maybe looking for Jubran to tip it, but Jubran is behind it as Knees is trying to keep it in as well, trying to bat it in. He bats it to the middle. Cardi wasn't there to try and wasn't able to get the batted down puck from UB, and it's King once again in the defensive zone. King over to Chapin. Chapin enters the neutral zone, gives off a pass, looking for Anthony Robinson, but Robinson can't hold on. And Wanchok's there pressuring, and as Hendel keeps that one in for the Bulls. Chapin in the defensive zone with 17:15 remaining, enters the neutral zone, gives off a pass, but that one's cut off, and it looks like another hand pass. So that's two quick hand passes, one from each side, as now will head into the neutral zone for another faceoff.
Yeah, nice little stoppage there. Oswego almost needed that one. Having a little trouble with the breakouts early on, which is something I've seen them struggle with before, but they're usually pretty good at smoothing things out as the game goes on.
Golosi gets that one as UB dumps it in, gives it off to C.J. Walsh. Walsh tries to get up to Corning, but Corning can't completely get it as it goes over his arms. C.J. Walsh now loses the puck, taken away by Alex Bauer of UB. Taken away now by Martin Simonek, skating into the neutral zone. A lot of speed from him. He's got Corning in the slot. Martin Simonek just dumps that one and tries to get it past Kubriel as Corning's chasing it after him as well. Martin Simonek still up in the forward position. That one's batted away by Robinson, but taken away by Alex Bauer, who just gets it into the neutral zone. Taken away now by C.J. Walsh in the defensive zone. Golosi stops the puck for Walsh behind the crease. And Walsh will look for a long pass into the neutral zone. Now given to Martin Simonek at the far side. Simonek up to Corning. Excuse me. That one's taken away by Michael Lask. Lask looking for a power forward move. Loses the puck from C.J. Walsh with the poke check. And Walsh now with a long pass over to Sean O'Neill. O'Neill enters the offensive zone with Corning, but loses the puck to UB. Another poke check. That one's going to go all the way down for UB, and it could be an icing if Theo Cup wins the race. No icing, however. It looked like it was too close to call. Cup's knocked into the boards, taken away by Walsh. Walsh loses the puck, and that's taken away by Wilkowski, and now with Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh at the blue line shot, easily padded away through a little bit of traffic by Golosi. Lask has it. He gives it back to Wilkowski, who is knocked off the puck by Cup, and that one's given over to O'Neill. O'Neill enters the neutral zone now with a lot of speed on the far side. That one just dumped that one as he looks for a change. Luke Myers chasing after it with Kraus still holding on. That one's taken away by Kavanaugh. At the far side with Deming. Deming can't get around a player, so Wilkowski will take it and dump it into the neutral zone and now into the offensive zone as he'll go off for a change as well. Lakers have it, and that will be icing actually, as it looks like he was just a little too far behind the red line. So all the way down to the ice we go for a Lakers offensive zone chance.
Yeah, either team here not really being able to set up whatsoever. Buffalo had a little bit. They had that one shot through traffic, but other than that, I mean, the shot's pretty low here, 2-2 only, 15, 28 in.
Kind of getting that feeling out period, just trying to test the waters and see what each team's going to do.
Yeah, we saw a lot of that definitely against RIT. I mean, you don't want to be too overly aggressive, even though Oswego likes to play that aggressive forecheck game. You don't want to leave yourself open.
Second line back out there for the Lakers as UB will get pulled from the face-off circle, so they'll have to change centers. Lieber at center ice now for UB. Actually, no, that Tire at center ice for UB now as Lieber's pulled out of the circle. Luke Myers at center ice as well, and he loses the face-off to Tire, but that one's taken away now by Tacone. Tacone with it and gives it off to Sizz. Sizz still behind the goaltender and gives it back to Tacone. Tacone looking for a pass, so that one's cut off by Myers, who just dumps it in at the far corner. Taken away now by by Lieber. Lieber has it. Braden Deming knocks him off the puck, so Theo Cup has it at the blue line, who will just dump it down again. Luke Myers has it at the end boards. He's knocked down hard by Tacone and loses a glove, but also loses the puck, more importantly, and Lemieux had to fight for it as well. Myers a little slow to get up, and it looks like he's going to head to the bench as UB enters the offensive zone. Taken by Cup. Cup knocked off the puck by Lieber. Now right in front of McCutcheon. McCutcheon shot right into the chest of Golosi. It looks like Myers is okay, though, but with 14:45, another save, for Golosi.
Yeah, that was good work by Buffalo on both ends of the ice, really laying the body and then getting all the way down there, double teaming Cup as he was trying to clear his own zone. Not much the captain could really do there as he's being hounded by two of the Buffalo Bulls there.
Colby Skrupa at center ice for the Lakers. He wins the faceoff. He gives it to Marzalek, who now gives it over to Dawson. Dawson enters the neutral zone on the far side with a lot of speed and now into the offensive zone, but doesn't have the puck. Taken away by Allen. Allen at the end boards gives it over to his defensive partner in Kubriel, but that one's dumped back in, and Kraus has it. Colby Skrupa pressuring. He knocks Glinski into the boards hard, and now it's taken away by Dawson, but loses the puck, doesn't have full possession. Now Skrupa once again dumps it in as the Lakers are offside. Glinski at the nearest corner has it. He's pressured by Chapin. Brett Dawson now Chapin and Kubriel. Chapin right there as well. Back and forth between Glinski and Kubriel, but taken away now by Bevilacqua, and Golosi will hold on to that one and eventually give it off to Jay Chapin, who's just trying to get it out, and now taken away by Kavanaugh at the blue line. Kavanaugh has it. He gives it up to Lockemeyer. Lockemeyer does a shot, but that's blocked up in front. Chapin's pressuring now along with Timothy Allen. Allen loses the puck to Skrupa, so Skrupa will get into neutral zone over to Dawson with a lot of speed. Over to Dawson, and loses the puck momentarily. Nees now has it, trying to keep it in the offensive zone, but they're offside, so they'll have to retreat quick as Nees didn't realize he was offside. Kavanaugh gives a long pass, strong stretch pass over to Lockemeyer. Nees blocks out one. He's going to skate after it. Kavanaugh right there with him. Now it's Nees. Cardi intercepts the pass. No one in the slot to recover. Jubran was just short of it. And now Nees with a cutoff pass. Walsh with a shot, patted away. Cardi wasn't able to get the rebound. Jubran pressuring Kavanaugh now. Schaefer now. Schaefer loses the puck momentarily to Nees. Now Cardi will take it away at the end boards. Taken away by Wilk. Wilk has it at the end boards for UB. Jubran knocks him off the puck. Walsh has it now after a missed pass. Walsh up and close. Backhand gets blocked up in front. Now Nees Nees just tries to dump it in, but UB will easily cut that one off as Wilk has it at the end boards now. 12:50 remaining in the opening period. Still 0-0 between the Lakers and the Bulls. Schaefer has it in the neutral zone. He loses the puck momentarily, but that one's picked up by Hendel. Hendel skates in, but Martin Simnek beats him to the puck and knocks him off the body as well. Now it's CJ Walsh. Walsh, long stretch pass up to Gibran. Gibran just hits it back to Nees, who will give it to Gibran, but Gibran tries to dump it in, cut off by UB. Taken away by Sizz. Sizz gives it over to Tacone. Tacone now over with Wanchok. Wanchok enters, glove down by Golosi after another shot with 12:22 remaining in the opening period.
Yeah, I mean, the game's opening up a little bit here. CJ Walsh had a nice opportunity. Chase Nees, that Nees, Cardi, Gibran line doing a nice job once again of just, they're not the biggest, but they play physical and they play with a lot of speed.
Great forechecking line as well, as you saw a couple cutoff passes by the Lakers there as the Lakers win that face-off. Taken away by Wands. Wands gives it over to O'Neal, but it goes over his head. Try to glove it down, taken away by Sizz of UB, who will just dump it in. Wands, stretch pass up to Kelly. Kelly can't hold on. It looks like Chapin was fighting for that one, but Anthony Robinson was fighting for it, couldn't hold on. And now it's Sean O'Neal. O'Neal, along with Sizz, battling for the puck. Cup eventually gets possession, gives up to Wands, who gives it over to Kelly. Kelly now Robinson in the slot. He's got a wide open chance. Kelly's knocked off the puck. I think by Wands. Wands' slap shot goes wide as it looked like Kraus was screened. Tchaikovsky dumps it into neutral zone, taken away by Cup, and he'll just dump it in as a couple players were offside for the Lakers. Tacone gives it over to Sizz. Sizz can't hold on, so that one's now taken away by Wanchok. Wanchok into the neutral zone, just dumps it in, and that'll be no icing as Cup gets a little too close. It'll also hit Golosi, so Cup has it in the defensive zone. Banks it off the boards over to Wands with 11:20 remaining in the opening period. Wands over to Cup. Cup still at the end boards, trying to find a pass and set something up as the forwards are changing for the Lakers. Cup still behind the boards. McCutcheon pressuring. Now Luke Myers enters the neutral zone with some speed. On the far side, he had 2 goals last night. Myers enters in. He kicks it to. He passes, dekes it to himself. Really looking for a slot pass over to Deming, but it was cut off by UB. As taking that one away will be Chapin. Chapin with a bank pass to O'Neal. O'Neal can't hold on, so McCutcheon has it now for the Lakers. Over a pass to Wilkowski. Wilkowski can't get a shot off, and now it's on Deming's stick. Deming at the end boards loses the puck momentarily, but that's taken away. It looks like Wands. Wands with a lot of speed dumps that one in and enters the near corner. He hits his man into the board. Now Myers. Myers right in the slot. Can't get a clean pass to Deming, so Deming can't get a one-timer off in the slot, so that's taken away by McCutcheon from UB. Wands cuts that pass off, but there's a whistle on the play. Not exactly sure what the call was, and it looks like Lemieux is going to be heading to the box for a penalty. And it looks like Lask as well, roughing for Lemieux and holding for Lask. So it's going to be 4-on-4 hockey.
Yeah, a little, Michael Lemieux is never afraid to get a little physical, we'd like to say, or get chirping. So, I mean, it's nice that it's coincidentals, but we will see 4-on-4, actually. So that's a different situation. Oswego seems to thrive in these 4-on-4 situations.
So it'll be Nees at center ice. He's going to skate after it fast, and he wins the race to the puck. He's got some chance. He dekes around one shot. Just hits the blocker of Kraus, and that's why you want Nees on the 4-on-4. He's got a lot of speed, and once you get a breakaway, it's hard to catch him.
Yeah, that was unreal, that burst of speed. The faceoff was actually won by UB, but he beats the defenseman as we've seen him do so many times this season.
So it's Nees, Cardi, Chapin, and King out for the Lakers. A more offensive-minded 4-on-4 for the Lakers, even though Chapin's a defenseman. King has it. He tries to dump that one in, but that's taken away as he fans on it by Lieber, and Lieber knocks King down. So Chapin will take that in the defensive zone with Schaefer pressuring. Chapin still behind the goaltender, gives it off now over to King. King tries to enter the neutral zone, will just slap it down. Cardi's there to meet the puck, and so is Nees. Now Cardi, he enters the offensive zone. He just takes a bloop shot, and that goes off wide and hits the end boards. It almost banked, kind of weird, but UB will take that bank with Kyle Wilk. Wilk knocks Nees down, loses the puck, and Schaefer now has it for UB. Wilk's down hard. He hasn't gotten up. And it looks like it might be a knee, potentially, and it looks like someone might have missed a call, and they're not happy that they missed a call. Wilkes not getting up, and the trainers are heading onto the ice now.
Yeah, he took a real bad spill there. It could be a knee injury. He also just slammed right into the boards there, right by the Buffalo bench. Just a little shaken up. Looks like he's all right.
Looks like the assistant coach might have wanted the whistle a little earlier. I couldn't tell exactly what UB was coming back, because it didn't look like anyone hit him. It looks like he just kind of fell on his own.
Yeah, it was a little, could have just been a situation getting tangled up. losing an edge, stuff like that will happen. I mean, you take a spill into the boards at that speed, it's never nice.
Never fun. As Luke Myers is at center ice now with 9:38 remaining in the period. He wins the faceoff to himself and pushes it forward, but Sizz will take that one away for UB with 9:30 remaining, 1:04 left on both penalties. Sizz has it. He's going to enter the neutral zone with Deming pressuring. He gives it off to Bauer. Bauer in the neutral zone gives it back to Sizz as Deming's pressuring a little too much. Bauer. Deming really pinching up there as Bauer will dump that one all the way down. Will be icing as Walsh wins that race, so the Lakers have another offensive zone chance.
Yeah, it's good pressure. I think Oswego on this, they only got one shot so far on this 4-on-4, but they've really controlled the play in the possession. Haven't let Buffalo even get a rush, any type of possession in their zone, so I like to see it. They still got 46 seconds to work.
So it's Myers and Deming along with Walsh, and it looks like Simonek for that second defender. It is, and Walsh has it at the point now. Walsh with a shot. That one's blocked up in front. Now Myers tried to get around. He can't, but Deming still has it. The goaltender does not have his stick. It's hit back to him, though, by his defender. Smart move there as UB comes away with it in the offensive zone. Wanchuk, they're offside. He touches the puck, and so it'll go back in the neutral zone now with 29 seconds remaining on both penalties, 8:56 in the period. Definitely a close chance once again for Myers trying to get around Kraus.
Yeah, that was a nice, good couple saves right and close by
really
Kraus.
Smart opening shot for Walsh to get that going, and that's exactly what he did to start the overtime winner last night.
Yeah, it was a nice just loft the puck on net, force a rebound, and that's exactly what they did.
UB dumps that one in, and Golosi grabs it, gives it off to Simonek. Simonek up to Deming. Deming can't hold on to it, and now it's right up front for Walsh. Walsh with Simonek a little too close, leaves off a pass now for Myers. Myers looking for passes. He's pressured by Kubriel. 10 seconds left on the coincidental penalties. Deming kicks it out of Myers. A really smart kick, almost like a soccer player there, and that's why they play soccer before the games. Deming gets around one and toe drag, gets in close, right off the pads. A great save there by Kraus off close. Lemieux skates off the ice for a line change as both penalties are over. Lask remains on the ice for UB, however. Taken away by Cal Glinski. Glinski gives it off now for Lask. Kicked the back, almost in the goal by Skrupa, and Kraus wasn't expecting that one. And now Cup enters the offensive zone. Cup just banks it around the boards, looking for Marzalek. Marzalek's hitting to the boards, so now it's Wands at the point. Wands' shot goes wide, looking for Cup to deflect it potentially, but he can't get a stick on it. Lakers still have it. Dawson into the offensive zone. Gives it off a shot right in front. Marzalek looking for a rebound, can't get it. It goes off the pads. A great opportunity again. Kraus playing on top of his head right now. A great job to stop some of these close rebound opportunities. Dawson at the far boards. He's pinned against the boards by Glinski. It looks like another Lakers there as well. It looks like Skrupa, who eventually wins it back, but Kubriel will take it away for UB. Marzalek's there to meet him. So is Dawson, who hits him into the boards. Now McCutcheon. McCutcheon tries to get up to Allen in the neutral zone. Allen doesn't have complete possession, so he'll just dump that one in with a high loft shot, easily gloved down by Golosi. 7:17 now remaining in the opening period. Wands pass up the far boards to Dawson. Dawson enters the offensive zone, instead elects to dump it in. Taken away now by Kavanaugh. Pressured by Marzalek. Kavanaugh holds on at the near corner. Kavanaugh over to Wilk. Wilk loses the puck right up in front. Still, Marzalek couldn't get a stick on it. Nees is on the ice now along with Jubran. Marzalek, the odd man out off his line. Marzalek on the end boards now. Kavanaugh has it for UB. Allen just loses the puck over his glove, so Sean King will grab that one for the Lakers. Jubran trying to bat it away. He does momentarily, but Wilk takes it, and that one goes into the opposite zone. It hits out the referee's skate. Golosi's ready to grab that one and goes right in front of the goaltender, so that could have been ugly.
Yeah, another one of those weird bounces. We saw one earlier in favor of Oswego.
At the end boards now for Jay Chapin with 6:29 remaining in the opening period. Shots are even, 7 apiece. Now Lieber shot. That one's blocked by the back of Schaefer. It doesn't even hit Golosi, so Schaefer will hold onto it now at the far side. At the blue line now with Tacone. Tacone loses it. Long stretch pass out to Jubran. Offside by just a hair. Lieber makes sure he doesn't take a shot, but that was a little close, and that was almost a really good breakaway for Jubran.
Yeah, that's one of those close to call. We saw one of those types of offsides last night at the Fort. They actually let it go. This time, though, I mean, that one is really close to call. You can't tell without maybe a replay.
Especially with the linesman kind of a little farther back. Sometimes you just got to make the call out of hope. And that's what you saw there. But Luke Myers at center ice loses the face-off. Deming eventually comes away with it. Now it's at the near side in front of UB's bench. Lemieux just stumps that one in, and it looks like Tyree and Lemieux are going at it a little bit. But no calls there as Lemieux got away with one there. Lemieux knocks the player off the puck right in front. Now Myers slap shot. Fans on it. Deming backhand. He scores! Braden Deming on the rebound. The freshman Lakers lead 1-0 with 5:57 remaining.
I mean, he fanned on the shot, but it ended up actually working out in Oswego's favor there. Nice goal. Braden Deming heads up play to just crash the net after the shot. Picks up the pretty much an empty net goal with the goaltender down and out for Buffalo.
That's Braden Deming's, I believe, his 8th goal of the season, so he's now got an even 16 points on the year. The freshman, 3rd in scoring for the Lakers. He was a key contribution this season as UB now has it after the faceoff. Golosi pads that away with Walsh. Walsh at the end boards gives it off to Lemieux. Lemieux fakes a slap shot. Now taken away by Kubriel. Kubriel gives it back to the blue line, but losing it is Alex Bauer, so he'll have to retreat in the neutral zone. Now it's Lemieux again. Lemieux's entered the offensive zone onside. Bauer takes that one away. Lemieux's trying to get in there to poke check it away, but Bauer's got a lot of speed. Myers in the slot. Myers looking to get around a couple. Can't hold on to it completely. Now Simnek's shot goes up high, and it's blocked away by Kraus. Kraus gives it over to Deming. Deming loses the puck momentarily. Now taken away by Glinsky. Glinsky giving it over to Bauer. Bauer gives it out back to Glinsky. And that's a full second line goal as Myers and Lemieux are giving the assist on that one.
Yeah, the 20s line really showing up once again. They were on fire yesterday against RIT, having all 3 goals.
All 3 goals as Martin Simnek dumps that one in, goes high and wide with an even 5 minutes to go now for the opening period. Robinson with a shot. That one's up high and gloved and blocker down really at the same time, kind of making a scared face there a little bit.
Yeah, he was doing his best University of Alabama impression there. He's trying out for the Roll Tide right there, that goaltender. But that was a nice catch, nice freeze. But I like the pressure right after this goal. Oswego's still putting on.
Robinson wins the faceoff to O'Neal. Now back to Cup. Cup just dumps it around and taken away by Wilk from UB. McCutcheon has it on the near boards. He's pressured by Robinson, but gets a pass off to Wilk, who loses the puck to Robinson, and now it's on the stick of Dan Kelly, the extra skater tonight. Kavanaugh has it at the end boards. He wraps it around to Lask. Lask will look for a pass and gets a short pass, but kicked by a skate instead by Wilkowski, it looks like. And O'Neal hits that one in, and Kavanaugh will have to retreat as Robinson hits him into the boards. Definitely a more physical game, I think, than we saw yesterday. Obviously, we had Colby Scrupa with a couple of the big hits, but definitely a close, or not as physical later in the game. At the end boards now for Wands. Wands bumped off the puck by Wilkowski. Eventually gets back to Kelly, and it looked like Robinson, tried to hit it to himself, pass it to himself, couldn't get it there. And now it's Lask. Bad pass there by Cup as no one was there to reach the puck. Onto the stick of Tacone. Tacone can't get a shot. He gets a shot off. That's blocked in front. Now right in front. Lask right into the pads of Golosi in the slot. One-timer. 3:52 remaining in the period, and Golosi with another save.
That's probably one of the best shots that Buffalo has been able to generate. I mean, a one-timer in the slot is exactly what you're looking for. And Golosi just there. Great positioning, though. Took that one right in the logo.
Lakers in the defensive zone as they lose the faceoff to UB. Up at the point, blocked up in front. Now still you fighting for it. Still up in front. Golosi doesn't. I don't think he touched the puck at all, actually, as it was blocked up in front and still kind of just batted around. UB though does have possession with Cal Glinsky at the near boards. Sean King comes away with it. Jay Chapin chasing after along with Allen. Lakers poke it away as Brett Dawson's skating after it. Now also is Colby Scrupa, but coming away with that one will be Sean King. King tries to get up to Marzalek and enters the neutral zone, so UB will have to retreat as they have a player offside. Without taking that one away will be Tacone. Tacone all the way down the ice, and that's going to be no icing, actually, as Sean King has that one now, but taken away once again by Tacone. Shot goes way wide, and so King will hold on to it. Marzalek trying to tip it into the neutral zone, taken away by UB, by Allen, who just dumps it back in. Lakers having trouble getting out of this one. Sean King doesn't get the pass, but does poke it away. A nice recovery with 2:55 remaining in the period. And now goes into neutral zone for the Lakers with Tacone. No players are able to change right now as actually Colby Scrupa gets off. So that's at least one player. Now it's with King once again. King up to Dawson. Dawson in the neutral zone, entering the offensive zone for the Lakers. He's on the near corner with 2:35 remaining in the period. Now Knees fighting for the puck. He gets it eventually, looking to go in close. Loses the puck as he tried to go backhand just a little bit. Maybe looking for Cardi up in the slot, but now Walsh poking at it. Lieber comes away with it in neutral zone, but that pass is cut off by Martin Simonek. Simonek up to Walsh. Walsh into the neutral zone. Tries to give it to Knees, who just tips it to Marzalek. Now Knees once again. Knees circles around, tries to give it to Marzalek, still holding on his knees, but Martin Simonek can't get away as it's poked away from Knees, and he'll have to skate with a lot of speed. Golosi gets a quick pass off, however, to Walsh. Walsh fans on the long pass into the neutral zone, kicked off skates. They're offside as does a bad break for UB as they couldn't chase after it. But Chase Nees now has it, and the entire first line is back out for the Lakers, along with the second defensive pairing of Simonek and Walsh. Simonek enters the neutral offensive zone, shot tipped up in front. It looks like it might have gone wide of Kraus. And CJ Walsh keeps it in, however, but Drew Braun just can't keep it on. Just a hair behind the blue line. So Martin Simonek will hold on in his own defensive zone. 1:30 remaining in the opening period now here as the Lakers lead 1-0 over the Bulls. Martin Simonek dumps it in at the red line, so Kraus will hold on to that one for the Bulls as Kubriel grabs that one at the end boards. Off to Chakowski, who slides a little bit, but almost loses a puck, and it looks like it's in the stands somewhere.
Made it up to the stairs there in the fourth row.
Made it up to the stairs in the fourth row. Definitely a flying puck, but staying in the offensive zone will be the puck, as it looks like CJ Walsh talking to the referee about something there, but it looks like maybe they wanted the UB to stay on the ice.
Yeah, that was it was a weird situation, and maybe calling for a delay of game almost. I don't know how that puck even ended up over the glass.
I didn't really see it because no one was really shooting. It was just kind of a bunch of poking, unless someone decided to pick up the puck and throw it. But I've seen weirder things happen. I don't know about you.
Definitely have.
Braden Deming at center ice. That's a unique one, as Myers is usually there, but now Cup with a shot from the point right into the chest of Kraus. Looked like it might have been a little screen, but definitely a smart play there by Cup, just looking for the rebound with 1:12 remaining in the opening period.
Yeah, I mean, I like how Oswego has settled into this game a little more, generating some offense. Their forechecking has paid off with a couple turnovers.
Now the UB coach wants something. I can't tell exactly what's going on as Lemieux gets that face off after Deming won it. He gets up right side. Myers a shot right up front. Can't get the rebound. Lemieux is just a little bit outside there, but Lemieux will get a recovery pass back to Cup. Cup way over to Wands with a minute now remaining. Wands with a shot. That's blocked up in front. Deming gives it back to Wands. Wands now to Cup at the point. Cup shot. That's blocked up in front again. Now it's taken away by McCutcheon. McCutcheon enters the offensive zone with a pass. Gives over to the last. They are offside, and he touches it. So that'll do it and go back into the neutral zone for the Lakers. Another great opportunity cut off by an offsides call for UB.
Yeah, I mean, we had a couple of chances there for Oswego. Chris Wands first from the point, and then also you had Theo Cup. Shots were really both blocked out in front. Buffalo's doing a great job, though, of just
similar to RIT yesterday, and that's what we saw a lot of is block shots from RIT. As Grupa is at center ice, wins the faceoff back to Wands again. Wands will just dump it in back to Marzalek. Marzalek right in front looking for Skrupa. Skrupa doesn't get the pass. Now it's Dawson at the far corner with 35 seconds remaining in the period. Right in front of Skrupa. Skrupa can't get it. Cup slap shot. That one's blocked away once again by UB. Skrupa at the end boards. Bumped off the puck, and now it's with Lask. Lask trying to get a pass off, but Oswego State's right there now with 20 seconds. McCutcheon enters the neutral zone now and taken away by Lask, poked away by Chris Wands. UB still has it, but taken away now with Wands. Wands has got a couple defensemen. He's got Dawson to the middle. Wands has bumped off the puck and interfered with maybe a little bit, but no call there as he bumped off the puck cleanly with 5 seconds, and that'll do it for the opening period as McCutcheon's into the neutral zone with a second left, trying to get a last-minute opportunity. But that's how, after 20 minutes of play, Lakers lead 1-0 with a 3-shot advantage.
Yeah, that was a good first period for the Lakers, starting off strong, getting that first goal of the game, always a crucial one, set the tone of this game. I feel like they've ramped up their physicality, both sides, and as well as just the possession from Oswego was outstanding in that first period.
Lakers lead 1-0 after 20 minutes of play after the second line goal of Braden Deming from Myers and Lemieux with 14:03, I should say, with 5:57 remaining in the opening period. A much quicker paced game for the Lakers and the Bulls. We'll be back momentarily here on YouTube Live. Oswego State 1, UB 0 after 20 minutes of play. And welcome back to Oswego State ACHA Hockey. I'm Ben Grieco alongside Jerry Pritchard. Second period starting here as the Lakers lead 1-0 after a Braden Deming goal, a rebound goal at 14:03 of the opening period. Luke Myers and Mike Lemieux with the assist there. Lakers nor Buffalo have had to kill a penalty, nor have they had a man advantage. There was the 4-on-4, but definitely kind of similar to yesterday, a very clean game so far.
Yeah, both teams are tending to stay disciplined. We saw that change a little bit further on in the RIT Oswego game, and I think you might get a little bit more of that. We might see a clean game at the beginning, but once fatigue sets in, both these teams coming off of extended games, both Buffalo going to the shootout, Oswego going to overtime. I think fatigue might start to set in later in this game. You might see a couple slip-ups.
Maybe those more lazy penalties, if you want to call them, such as the hooking and the offensive zone penalties when you have possession. Or really the aggression penalties, the cross-check or the roughing calls. But, I mean, you saw a little bit of that, but nothing too serious.
There was a little chippiness starting to brew between these two teams during that first period, but nothing that boiled over.
You got a league team that you see each other twice a year. Definitely always close. The Lakers remember the game last year, an 8-1 loss. So definitely a tough game. Tough game for both teams. As the second line's out there for the Lakers, as it's the second line of Braden Deming, Mike Lemieux, and Luke Myers. Second defensive line as well with Martin Simonek and C.J. Walsh. Icing quickly for the Lakers with 19:48 remaining, however, as the Lakers now go back to their own defensive zone at 19, as Buffalo now have an offensive zone chance.
Yeah, and I mean, really, Oswego, I believe, if I could remember that game last year correctly, the one we played, the 8-1 here, we did end up scoring that first goal. We scored the first, I believe, and then it was 8 straight goals from Buffalo. So
Luke Myers did have the opening goals, the 8 straight, so definitely maybe a little bit of a thought in the back of the mind, definitely way back there, though, as UB has it. It will dust up it in. Alex Golosi has it with 19:35 remaining in the period, and that passes that one around to Braden Deming. Deming leaves a backhand pass off to Luke Myers, who enters the offensive zone. Now gives that one to Deming. Deming enters the offensive zone, tries to get through a couple players. He's knocked out the puck, and that'll, as Krause holds on to that one, it'll be a tripping call on the Bulls, and smart play there for Deming just to try to draw it as he tries to go through 2 players.
Yeah, and as we were calling for those penalties, here they are right there. Buffalo taking the first real penalty.
Similar to yesterday.
Yeah, it was right on cue. We got to keep saying stuff like that, I guess.
Or avoid saying it, however,
just
depending
depends
on how it goes. As Lakers will head to the power play for the first time tonight. Victor McCutcheon will have the first penalty for the Bulls, a tripping call with 19:20 now remaining in the opening period. Cardi out there along with Jubran, Cup, Walsh, and it looks like Knees as well, the 5th man. So that will be the first power play unit for the Lakers. Cardi has it at the far corner. Jerry, you're about to say something?
I'd like to just point out, I mean, this is a real different lineup. It's one we used to see this power play unit a lot more last season. Compared to last night, they had a weird Chapin was really quarterback.
Jubran back a one-timer on the back door, wide open net, but it hits the back of the net instead. 18:50, excuse me, remaining in the second period. That was a really close chance for the freshman.
Interesting play there from C.J. Walsh, I believe it was, just to bang that one off the backboards there, trying to find Jubran.
C.J. Walsh in close to the shot, just goes wide from Knees, looking for the one-timer, got around a couple UB defensemen, the shorter player he is. Great job there, doesn't look like his shoulders not bothering too much. C.J. Walsh, long cross, one-timer from Jubran, fans on it, and definitely a lot of opportunities, just missed fan shots for the Lakers. Knees has it, looking for a pass to C.J. Walsh, right to shot, just blocked away. I looked like it might have hit Krause, maybe blocked up in front, but 18:10 remaining, another shot. Now Cardi with a shot up in front, deflection. Knees can't get a stick on it, and so cycling again. Theo Cup enters in close, down to Knees, over to Walsh, but it's way ahead of Walsh, and the Lakers will change lines with 30 seconds remaining. A lot of pressure for the Lakers at the great opening unit, and it looks like it's going to be an icing for the Lakers.
They're actually going to call too many men.
Too many men for the Lakers, actually.
Yeah, they were changed. They're on that change there, and Golosi came out to play the puck, and he sent it all the way towards the bench. So, I mean, it's a tough call, but no one really played the puck, so I didn't expect them to call it.
Walsh questioning that one, and Timmons is trying to get an explanation. Looks like maybe not, and he's just trying to choose a player now, and that's going to be Jubran that's going to head to the box. I always feel bad for the players that get sent to the box.
Yeah,
it's not
their
your
choice.
Penalty, but you're like, no, you go. And it looks like now Marzalek's trying to get an explanation for the too many men call as well. Not one of the captains, but he is trying to get an explanation.
Yeah, and like I said, it was a weird situation. I mean, I didn't think Galosi would have came out to play that one, but find ourselves 4-on-4.
Find ourselves 4-on-4. That will end the power play for the Lakers. So it'll be 30 seconds of 4-on-4. Well, now 28 after the whistle, and so it'll be a 30-second power play for the Bulls once the penalty on McCutcheon expires, the tripping call earlier in this one. Lakers win the face-off. It's Luke Myers that enters the neutral zone, so another 4-on-4 opportunity for both sides as he'll just keep cycling around and go back into the defensive zone. Long pass now up to King. King just dumps that one down in. No icing at the red line. And almost a missed opportunity from Krause. He skated out and it went right into the crease. Got a last-second poke, however, as now it's with Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh over to Glinski with a pass into neutral zone. Goes all the way down the ice. It's going to be icing as Jay Chapin wins that one. UB right there, and UB not happy with that call as it was close, but Lakers will have a chance in their offensive zone as the penalty on McCutcheon expires.
Yeah, that was a close icing call for sure. It was good work by Chapin to just barely beat him. I mean, that was probably a race of inches right there.
In the offensive zone, it's going to be Dawson, Skrupa, Wands, and Cup on the penalty kill. Lieber, Schaefer, Kavanaugh, Glinski, as well as McCutcheon on the power play as UB wins that one. Glinski at the end boards now, gives it over to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh up at the far boards, tries to get around Skrupa, gives us cross-ice pass to Glinski. Glinski right in the middle looking for Lieber, but cutting that one off is Cup, who tries to dump it down, but that one's blocked up in front. Lieber gives it back to Glinski in the neutral zone on the near side. Glinski back over to McCutcheon. McCutcheon skating in. He tries to get a move around Cup. Cup blocks that pass, so McCutcheon will have to retreat back to the blue line. McCutcheon looking for a pass, gives it down low to, it looks like Lask. Lask back to Bevilacqua. Gives it back to Lask. Bevilacqua gives it over to Kubriel, Bevilacqua down to Lask. Lask at the Bevilacqua. Bevilacqua back down to Lask. Right up in front. Cross-ice opportunity, but the pass goes wide of Andrew Sizz. Back in the neutral zone. Wands with a lot of speed chasing after it. Kubriel as well. There'll be no icing, obviously, as the Lakers on the penalty kill with 30 seconds remaining on that. 16:25 now remaining in the period. Poked away by O'Neal. Sizz will have to retreat just a little bit, and this has been a great penalty kill so far for the Lakers. Just that one scare, but the cross-ice pass up close went wide. UB still has it. It's with Kubriel. Kubriel tries to give a pass over to McCutcheon. Fanning on now. McCutcheon just gets a fans on a shot as well. Fan pass, fan shot for the Lakers in UB. Now 10 seconds left on the man advantage for the Bulls. 16 minutes left in the period. Robinson in the third period, and on the near side gives it back to Lask. Lask back to McCutcheon. McCutcheon up and shot to Kubriel right in the chest of Galosi. Now with 15:54 remaining in the period, and that also the penalty kill expires for the Lakers on the too many men call.
Oswego catching some big breaks there on that penalty kill. You had that first cross crease pass that really Galosi was down and out. He found himself on his backside in the crease, but luckily that pass didn't connect. And then also, again, I think that was Theo Cup fanning on the clear and then a fan on the shot right afterwards. So a lot of breaks here for Oswego.
A lot of wind here at the Marano Campus Center, apparently, as it gets into the neutral zone. Trevor Jubran skating after it, beats out the icing as the Lakers will enter the offensive zone. 5-on-5 hockey as the too many men call expires. With Bauer. Bauer at the end boards tries to give it over to Wilk. Wilk eventually holds on, looking for a long pass. Stretch pass is cut off, going to be cut off by CJ Walsh, and it will be icing as it looks like a little bit of a tussle there between Bauer and Walsh. Bauer got the best of Walsh as players are just kind of bumping into each other now, and Bauer and Jubran just kind of, Bauer kind of ran into Jubran, and Bauer went flying and tried to act like Jubran did something, but no call.
These guys are going to try and sell everything, especially after whistle stuff, but that was a little late for the Buffalo player to be going in on Galosi. He had that thing covered for a couple seconds.
Bauer and knees at the faceoff. Bauer wins it, so UB has it now with Tacone. Tacone with a shot blocked up in front by Bauer. I don't think that hit Galosi. And now up in front, deflected shot. Walsh looking for a pass, and he tried to play a little bit of baseball there. But now it's with Jubran. Jubran enters the neutral zone, leaves it off for Cardi. Cardi tries to get a pass, and into the box goes Lieber, the penalty box that is. Cardi laid a big hit, and there's going to be another penalty now, and that penalty goes to William Schaefer of UB. It looks like it's going to be the retaliation call, and that was a huge hit from Cardi, almost sending Leader into the box.
Yeah, expect the unexpected from a player like Andrew Cardi. What a hit that was.
Cow.
Sending the player.
Schaefer now goes into the box on his own accord instead of Cardi hitting him in.
No one had to help him that time.
No one had to help him that time except the referee kind of guiding him in, and Schaefer not happy with that call, but from what I could see, it was a clean hit, just a kind of a bad break for UB. So Lakers head back on the power play with 15:07 remaining in the period. It's the second line essentially with Marzalek, Myers, and Lemieux, Chapin, and Deming on the defensive positions to start the faceoff. Interference is the call for Schaefer as Deming gives it over to Chapin. Now Chapin, this is the line that we saw a lot yesterday against RIT on the power play that had a lot of opportunities. Now to Lemieux. Lemieux loses the puck. UB will skate into the neutral zone with a lot of speed. Lemieux cuts that pass off though. A great job there slashing down over Joshua Hendel. Deming gives it back to Myers, Myers loses the puck and back into the neutral zone. Chapin skating around, trying to get around Hendel and go behind Golosi with 1:25 remaining on this power play, 14:30 in the period. Chapin up to Myers. Myers just stumps that one into the offensive zone, chasing after it will be Lemieux. He eventually gets possession of it and looking for a clean pass back over to Chapin at the point. Chapin back to Lemieux. Lemieux cross to Deming. Deming one-timer it's actually gloved down, by Kraus, and a great another opportunity for this Lakers power play.
Yeah, that's something we saw them do a lot. They're trying to set up Deming for that one-timer on the far side. And I like tonight, it seemed like just from that instance they had that they weren't really telegraphing it that well. That was a nice opportunity for Deming with that one-timer.
Other power play unit now out. It's going to be Jubran, Nees, and Cardi along with Walsh and Cup now. And now it's Jubran over to Walsh. Walsh faking a shot. Now over to Cup, over to Jubran. Jubran at the far side now. Cup at the point. Cup over to Jubran. Jubran knees in the slot. Fans on a shot. Looks like it might have been poked away. And that goes back into the neutral zone with 50 seconds remaining on the power play for the Lakers. 13:55 remaining in the opening period. Cup has it. Leaves it off for Jubran. Jubran up to Walsh. Walsh loses the puck momentarily. Gives it back to Knees, who then kind of leaves it off for Jubran, who hits it over to Walsh. Maybe a little miscommunication as Cardi chases after it for the Lakers. Knees and Cardi at the near boards. Cardi trying to come away with it. UB's fighting for it, though, with Glinsky. Glinsky loses the puck, and now it's with Cup. Cup at the near corner. Looking for a pass, just a reset, and holds across ice. Looking for Jubran. Now Walsh at the point. Walsh can't get a shot off, and now it's a 2-on-0 opportunity. Walsh skating back. Lockemeyer shot pad away. Rebound opportunity. Scores! Nicholas Wilkowski gets the shorthanded goal for UB, and just like that, Lakers are now tied after the 2-on-1 opportunity, and it's a rebound. Lakers still tied and will remain on the power play for 11 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, that's a real tough break. You hate to give up a shorthanded goal, but we got a little too comfortable, a little too lackadaisical, in my opinion, out there on the offensive zone. C.J. Walsh catching a bad break. Shot from the point gets blocked. That almost always ends up with a breakaway the other way.
Not sure if there will be any assists on that one, as it looks like it might have hit some Oswego State defenders as well, but Lakers remain on the power play, and that'll about do it for the man advantage with 5 seconds and counting. Deming has it as he enters the neutral zone. Deming, recovery pass over to Lemieux. Lemieux slash shot. Myers with a rebound, just can't get a stick on it. Now it's back to King. King wraps it around, looking for Lemieux, and that's taken away by Kubriel. Kubriel has the puck. Lemieux's fighting for it as well. Both players going at it. Lemieux can't come away with the puck, so Kubriel will grab it at the end boards. He gives it back to Wilk. Wilk looking for a pass. He just dumps it up high, but it's blocked down, so it'll be taken away once again by Kubriel at the end boards. UB trying to get out of their defensive zone. Not a ton of clean passing. Now it's Chapin. Chapin the shot. Now Lemieux's shot just goes wide. Looking for a rebound was Myers, but he having to go behind the goal. Lakers with offensive possession now, cut off by Czechowski. Czechowski with a pass out to Bauer. Almost a breakaway, but it just goes ahead of Bauer. Right up in front. Czechowski can't get a stick on it. Back in the neutral zone. Hit by UB. And now it's in the neutral zone for the Bulls. Taken away by Luke Myers over to Deming. Deming enters the offensive zone. He tries to go out a couple. Looks at Deke himself, but taken away now by Tacone. Tacone to Bauer. Bauer in the neutral zone loses the puck. He's knocked down. It's going to be a penalty on the Lakers. Most likely a hooking or a tripping call. It looks like it was on Marzalek. It's going to be a hooking call on the junior. Or sophomore, excuse me.
Yeah, that's a tough penalty. And as we said, stuff like that's going to start happening, these lazy-style penalties. He kind of got beat. They were getting beat down the ice, and Marzalek just gets caught with that hooking call. Buffalo player did a good job just going down once he saw that, because it was pretty blatant.
Lakers on the second penalty kill of the day. This one will be their full penalty kill for 2 minutes, assuming no other penalties happen in this one. As now it's last right in front, looking for Sizz. Sizz can't get a shot off, but that's blocked up in front. It's group up Dawson, Cup, and Wands on the penalty kill. UB still has it blocked up in front by Skrupa, and Wands clears that one out of the zone, goes all the way down the ice for Kraus. Skrupa with a lot of speed. Sis now with it for UB, giving it back to Kubriel. Kubriel, long pass it to Bevilacqua. Bevilacqua gives it over now to McCutcheon. McCutcheon skating in, getting in close, looking for circle around. Sis now has it on the near boards. Sis looking for pass. He's knocked off the puck momentarily by Cup, and that one's taken away now by McCutcheon. 11:15 in the second period, 1:15 on the power play remaining for the Bulls. Kubriel at the point. Kubriel over to Bevilacqua. Bevilacqua back to Kubriel. Kubriel back to Bevilacqua. Bevilacqua down to Last. Back to Bevilacqua. Bevilacqua shot blocker down by Galosi, but Last will get the rebound and reset for the Bulls. Back to Kubriel. Kubriel at the point. Give over to Sis. Sis near side shot right in front. Bad save by Galosi. A couple maybe as it was tipped by, it looked like, McCutcheon. Down over to Bevilacqua. Bevilacqua down to Lask. Lask still has it. He's skating around to 45 seconds remaining in the period, or in the power play, 10:40 in the period. Cup has it as he'll clear that one into the neutral zone off the glass, as the Lakers will get that desperate change needed, as Wands will remain on the ice as he's going to skate after it with Lockemeyer. They're looking for Lakers looking for a too many men call there, and that might have been a legitimate call, but Sean O'Neill will just clear it down for the Lakers. Goes all the way down, no icing, obviously, and there's still a couple too many men calls.
That was like the same thing. I know, it's just weird because that was like the same type of situation that we saw earlier when Oswego Galosi played it down the ice towards the bench. The puck was just sitting in front of the bench during the change. You'd like to see the refs be a little more consistent.
Simonek clears all the way down with a little help from Robinson, so that'll kill the penalty with an even 10 minutes remaining, as Krause will hold on with Sean O'Neill pressuring. And there's 1 second remaining on this one, but the Lakers have an offensive zone opportunity.
Yeah, so that's going to be nice. Had the player come right out of the box. It is Marslek, so I was expecting maybe you'd see a different line come out, but it looks like they're going with Knees and Jubran. Maybe Marslek goes right off for a change, or maybe he'll join this.
It looks like Cardy's ready to come out, and it looks like Marslek's looking at the bench. Cardy's standing, just waiting for him to come out, as Knees wins that one back to Simonek. Simonek's shot just goes wide, screened. It didn't look like Krause saw that one. So Jubran gives it back to Walsh. Walsh does a shot about bouncing right into the glove of Krause. Weird kind of bouncing shot. It was like chipped right before the goaltender.
Yeah, that was those types of shots, we've seen Walsh with them, as we said before, really just generates a lot of chaos in front of the net, and that's something that Oswego likes to do.
Knees loses that face-off, so UB will take that one away at the far boards. And now back to Knees over to Cardy. Cardy looking for Knees, goes right behind him. Jubran was looking for Knees. Couldn't get a pass off, and that one's taken away now by Tacone. Tacone gives it up to Bauer, but Cardy will knock that one back in the offensive zone, taken by Knees. Knees just loses the puck momentarily back to Walsh. Walsh to Cardy. Cardy can't hold on. Jubran's going to have to skate after it in the offensive zone, and now it's back in the neutral zone for the Bulls. Schaefer has it. He enters the offensive zone with Simonek in front of him, looking for a cross-side pass right up front, just goes wide. Bauer looking for a one-timer poke, or really a tip. It looks like it's going to be a tripping call now for the Lakers, as a delay penalty. Another big hit on Knees. It looks like Lieber with a big hit, and players are going at Jubran and Lieber now. Lieber really getting the better of Jubran, but Lieber was the one with the more maybe the attitude there. Jubran is getting pulled away by Walsh. I can't tell if there's going to be any calls there after whistle.
The
there
hit
might be. Jubran is going to the box. Cup's trying to get a clarification. You got to assume Lieber's going to go too after that.
That hit, it was a little low, but the hit looked clean. I think definitely the after whistles will get him 4-on-4, but you had the initial tripping call down here as well.
So Schaefer with the tripping call. Jubran is in the box as well. I can't tell what the call is going to be, as both captains are talking now to the referees to figure out what's going on. And, this is one of those times that maybe you got to keep your emotions in check, but you got to think, I thought Jubran got enough of a Lieber reaction to draw a Lieber penalty as well, but I'm not positive.
Yeah, and because if this stays 4-on-4, that's a little ridiculous.
So Jubran and Schaefer in the box, and it looks like, I can't tell. I don't think anyone else is going in for the Bulls, so this might be 4-on-4 hockey.
Theo is actually signaling 5-on-4.
5-on-4. So it looks like potentially Jubran got maybe a misconduct.
He could have, yeah. They could have easily given him one. But
and now Tacone is going into the box for the Bulls as well.
So you could see probably just those two getting coincidentals.
But I don't remember seeing really Tacone in the scuffle at all.
No, I don't know. Maybe it was words said. or maybe they're just sneaking a player in there. But, I mean, either way, the refs could have got it wrong. There was a lot of bodies flying around.
There were a lot of bodies in there. So Tacone and Schaefer are in the box for the Bulls. Jubron for the Lakers. And it looks like it's going to be 5-on-4. So it will be a power play for the Lakers. And that I can only assume that means it will be, those are misconducts given, or at least 10-minute misconducts given to Jubron and Tacone.
Yeah, they could have also just given them coincidental minors, but I mean, even then you'd still probably see
them on the board.
Yeah, when they did that earlier, they still gave 4-on-4, so I'm not quite sure. We'll get the official call there from Pat on the PA.
So Lakers power play now as Deming, Marzalek, Chapin. That was knocked away by Bauer. And another short hiding opportunity. Chapin skating after with a lot of speed. Chapin gets in front of Bauer, just poking that one away.
Great play.
A great job by Chapin. Typically a forward last season, but he's got a lot of speed on that defensive end, which got to help the Lakers. So William Schaefer gets a 2-minute minor for tripping. Buffalo Tacone gets a 2-minute minor for roughing. And Jubron also gets a 2-minute minor. So those two.
They did just do the coincidentals.
So they just did the coincidentals.
Canceled each other out.
So they canceled each other out. So it is 5-on-4. So that's why they're not in the box. Luke Myers over cross. Out shot. Goal! Mike Lemieux back to back. And then the cross ice pass. Mike Lemieux. 2-1 Lakers on the power play.
Mike Lemieux popping the water bottle, putting that one top shelf. Nothing Buffalo could do about that one. A great feed also that was to find Lemieux on the cross crease pass. What a goal, Mike Lemieux. He's on fire. That's 2 in 2 games for him.
And I just heard a huge stick go against the gate from UB. And obviously, they're not happy with that one. So it is back to 5-on-5 just like that as the Lakers take a 2-1 lead with 8:28 remaining in the second period.
Huge morale boost for Oswego there after that lackluster power play. You let up a shorthanded goal to come right back and score one quick on the power play. It lets you feel great.
Wands has it in the defensive zone now with Wilkowski. Wilkowski gives it over to Lask. Lask gives it back to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh, shot from the point, blocked up in front by Wands, but Lask still has it right for a shot. Kavanaugh, goal! Excuse me. That was McCutcheon right up in front off the rebound. So just like that, it's a tie game again.
Yeah, I mean, Buffalo with a quick answer, just what they needed. With still 8 minutes left to go in this second period, this game's really opening up now.
I think that's going to easily be an unassisted goal because it looked like Lakers did touch that one first. But bad break for the Lakers, and just like that, tie game once again with 8:06 remaining in the period. Lakers wins the faceoff. That's Skrupa who wins it. Back to Wands over to Cup now on the far boards. Cup looking for a pass. He clears all the way down the ice. Brett Dawson making chase after it. Kavanaugh's there to meet him, but Dawson wins the race. Kavanaugh loses his stick, and he interferes with Dawson just a little bit. No call there, however. Is now Skrupa shot, spins around looking for a rebound. It goes right into the side, and a great opportunity for the junior. Now Cup with a shot. Dawson right up in front. Can't get the rebound. Now Skrupa. Wands tries to kick it in. Can't keep the puck in, excuse me, as the microphone went off my face just a little bit. Now right in front, cut off by Wands. Wilkowski can't get a stick on it. Now taken away by the Lakers. Luke Myers with the assist, and Marzalek giving the assist on the Lemieux goal for the second Laker goal. So McCutcheon, however, as it's an icing for the Bulls, and we'll wait to get the official assist on the McCutcheon goal, if any, with 7:16 remaining in the period.
I mean, that was a great work on the power play from Oswego to get that second goal, but then to allow that quick answer, I mean, I don't even think they were a minute apart, not even.
Not even,
so
it was 22 seconds.
22 seconds, yeah, so exactly. It's like, kind of just scratch that one away. Luckily, it's still just a tie game.
I wish my math teacher saw me do that from high school, but either way, saw me do that quick math. But Lakers have it now in the offensive zone. Nees looking for a wraparound. He gives a backhand pass back to Walsh at the blue line. Walsh with a shot up in front, looking for a deflection. That's blocked, though. Cardi almost had the shot in the slot, but can't grab it. McCutcheon shot or assist to Kavanaugh. Cardi's taken down hard. No call there as Nees takes it into the offensive zone. Nees shot hits the shoulder of Kraus, and now it's with UB. Sizz at the end boards. Buffalo has it. He knocks it. Sizz knocks it down to the neutral zone and gives it. And now Walsh has it. Walsh jumps it in past Marzalek. No opportunity there, and it is an icing for the Lakers. And would have thought that was a little too close, but either way, Lakers get an icing call.
Yeah, usually you see him at third. He just a little bit around the red line. They could probably argue that Walsh was skating backwards. He's obviously visibly not happy with that call.
He isn't, but either way, Kavanaugh is given assist on the McCutcheon goal. I didn't hear about a secondary as the battery looks like it's about to go here, so Jerry will quickly fix that for us. And we're just reminded of what happened last season all the time until the end of the year. Walsh gets the face-off win after now it's with Schaefer. Walsh knocked to the ground as he's in the near corner losing the puck now with knees. Schaefer has it. Schaefer, now it's pinned against the boards. Now Schaefer. Schaefer comes in close, right in front, shot from Bauer, just goes high over the corner of the goal, right in the slot. Great opportunity for the Bulls. Wilk at the blue line, cut off by Cardi. Cardi with Marzalek. Cardi enters in. Marzalek right in front, can't get a shot off, stopped by Kraus as Marzalek is bumped off the puck just a little bit. And that was a quick 2-on-1, but nothing doing for the Lakers. Great opportunity with 6:04. Marzalek out there with Cardi. And it looks like a little bit of a mixture of lines. And it looks like Jubran, obviously, as well as Tacone are both out there are both out of the boxes for their respective teams as the camera goes back on. Pardon our camera going off once again as the camera's back on. It's just in time for play as the Lakers win that faceoff, but UB cuts the pass off. Lemieux has it, gives it back and cut off by Kavanaugh, but cut off back by Lemieux right in the slot now with, looks like with Chapin. Chapin gives it down to Myers. Myers back to Lemieux. Lemieux back to King. King at the point. King with a shot up high. Now in front. Slot. Deming. Can't get a shot. Still stuffing at it. Kraus has it, but Lakers retain possession with Myers. Myers cut off by Glinski. Glinski can't grab the puck, and that's Lemieux with 5.5 minutes remaining in this middle period. Still 2-2 between the Buffalo Bulls and the Oswego State Lakers. Kavanaugh with it at the far corner. He puts it all the way into the neutral zone, goes all the way down the ice, and it will be icing as King goes after it and wins the race. 5:16 now remaining. The Bulls questioning that one.
Yeah, that's a tough icing, or a good icing. I mean, if you're Oswego and you got a bunch of tired guys out there. Buffalo has been trying to sneak on some changes, as we saw. A couple of viewers have also saw, cameraman Zach Case pointed it out. They've been sneaking players on and off the ice during those icings.
Always trying to do that to keep fresh players on. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Mike Lemieux can't win that one at the far boards as UB wins the faceoff originally. Now in the slot for the Lakers. Still Lemieux shot just goes wide. Now a rebound. Myers, it's in! Luke Myers, no, it's not in. It's in. Is it in?
Yeah, they marked a goal. They just called that.
I don't know who got that one. Luke Myers might have originally got it. Deming's up front. The referee calls a goal.
The referee signaled for a goal.
A little bit delayed. I don't know who originally got that.
Yeah, and Coach Chris Timmons is really just waving them on.
But we're excited. There's a goal, and I can't tell who got that one.
I mean, I believe it did go in on that initial Luke Myers wraparound, but there was just no signal.
It wasn't kicked out by Kraus, because we would have seen it hit kind of like that corner of where it kicks out for his toe and the shin.
It looked like it
right
just
around where the ankle bone is.
Yeah, it looked like he snuck it in right there, probably between the skate and the post as he was coming around.
So we'll have to check to see who's officially given that goal. I got to think it's got to go to Myers.
Yeah, I believe it went in right off that wraparound. From our vantage point, it looked like he was able to sneak that one in. He celebrated right away, so I'm guessing he saw it.
I mean, he was right next to it, obviously.
Yeah, he probably had the best view out of anybody.
We would have seen it kicked out by Kraus.
Yeah. I believe maybe he was trying to just scrape it off the line, and that's why there was that scuffle in front when they saw a loose puck. But
either way, Lakers lead 3-2 with 4:58 remaining in the period.
Or do they?
Or do they?
The scoreboard hasn't changed yet. Ours did. So I apologize for that.
We'll have to see what the official call is. The goal call, Dan Dorney, the scoreboard operator, is changing it now. So it is 3-2 Lakers with 4:58 remaining in the period. Now 4:35. And just like that, Lakers get another opportunity. Marzalek way outside the crease. Wide open net. It's blocked right up in front by Skripka. He's tripped up. And a big opportunity missed by the Lakers as Kraus was caught way out of the crease there. Now it's UB. Right in the slot. Loses the puck. Player goes down. Now it's another shot held out to by Golosi. And wow, what a sequence of events for both teams.
Yeah, you got to feel for Skrupa on that one. He really had that wide
really,
open
again,
net.
Fanning a shot, blocked up in front originally. If no one had been there, that probably would have trickled in.
Yeah, honestly, he just fanned. And then just to put the icing on the cake, he just took a spill afterwards. So it's a tough situation there. First group up.
Lakers lead 3-2. 4:15 as Golosi holds on to that one, as it looks like Lask might have hit the arm of Golosi as well. And we're still waiting on that official goal call for the Lakers. We'll have to see what it is, as Pat Machado looks like he's just waiting for the play to continue so he can announce something. Lask at center ice along with Knees. Knees wins it back to Walsh. Walsh wraps all the way around the boards to Cardi. Cardi tips it in the neutral zone. Now Chubron with only one man ahead of him. It just goes offside and didn't have the puck completely. So with 4 minutes, UB has possession. Oswego State given to Luke Myers after the rabbit around as we thought, and it's unassisted. So that's goals in back-to-back games for both Lemieux and Myers. This last guy for UB looking for McCutcheon. Pass misses. So Oswego State will have it with Gibran. Giving to McCutcheon. McCutcheon over to Walsh. Walsh gets it in the neutral zone. Tacone just dumps it in. Simonek will grab that one. Bank pass now to Cardi. High stick for UB as it's waved off now as Cardi touches the puck first. UB pinned against the board by Cardi. That looks like he's getting pinned by the boards for Sizz, it looks like. Now Walsh knocks his man off the puck. Another hand pass now. And we'll have to see who had the hand pass. It looks like it might have been you. It looks like it was Oswego State, but I can't tell.
Yeah, I mean, they're putting the face-off outside of the zone, so.
It looks like Oswego State might have had a hand pass there, but it goes into neutral zone with 3:19 remaining. Oswego State leads 3-2 after the Luke Myers unassisted wraparound goal. Anthony Robinson at center ice, and UB also there. And both players get pulled now. Cameron Lieber along with Anthony Robinson. Good job by Robinson to draw that, but unfortunately got pulled himself. Lieber getting talked to by the linesman to quiet the mouth a little bit, as now Sean O'Neill and Schaefer tie each other up, but Oswego State wins that face-off as Kraus has it and leaves it off for Wilk. Wilk over to Bauer. Bauer gets his pass off by Chapin, and now to Robinson. Robinson entering the offensive zone, looking for a pass, gives it over to Kelly. Kelly tries to kick to himself. It's a little bit too hard of a kick, and so taking that one away will be Schaefer, but that one's cut off by Sean King. King dumps that one all the way down, taken away by Kubriel. Kubriel wraps it back around to his defensive partner in Kyle Wilk. Wilk wraps it up the boards to Schaefer with 2:40 remaining in the middle period, Now Kubriel once again behind the goaltender. Pass up, cut off by Kelly. And Kelly will just dump that one back in for Kubriel. Kubriel gives it up to Schaefer. Schaefer on the near boards. Finally into neutral zone. Pass ahead of Weber, but it's a 2-on-2 opportunity. Chapin right in front of Weber and looking for a pass. Sean O'Neill almost cuts it off. Now shot from the point. Fanned on! And that looks like it came from Kavanaugh. Fans on the shot right from the point. No one in front of him. And it looks like dumping that one, it'll be Galinsky with 2:10 remaining in the period. And that will once again be icing. And the referees don't look like they're going to give an inch on these icings.
Yeah, it seems like maybe someone mentioned that to him. Maybe one of the Oswego State players, because they have been, as we said earlier in the game, the first period more so, they were sneaking players on and off during those icings.
Well, it looks like they're not really giving them an inch on the red line either to actually physically ice it. It looks like they got to be right on the red line, it seems like. Mike Lemieux now has it with 2:05 now as Lakers win that face-off. A lot of pressure, forecheck pressure for the Lakers. Deming tries to come away with it, but taking that one away will be Allen as he gets around Deming. Allen gets it over to Lieber. Lieber dumps that one into Allen. Juan's chasing after Allen. And right up in front, sliding down, and someone slides out into Golosi. It looks like Wanchok. The Lakers come away with it now with Lemieux. Lemieux, Myers to his side. Myers shot one-timer right into the pads. And now it's Deming. Deming back to Lemieux on the far boards, and they'll have to reset as it goes way past Wands. So now chasing after it will be Cup. Cup right behind Golosi, getting around Bevilacqua, Now up to Myers. Myers just tips it in. No icing, as it looks like Buffalo gets a little too close to Peter Tacone. Tacone over to Wanchok. Wanchok back to Tacone. Tacone looking to set something up as the Lakers are really forechecking. Cut up by Wands. Wands right up in front, looking for Lemieux. Deflection shot. Just goes over into the netting. It looks like it might have hit Lemieux for a tip, but 1:08 remaining. Lakers leading 3-2, and they have another offensive zone opportunity.
Yeah, that was a nice play there by Wands to come up. He's been doing very well with his pinches in the offensive zone, especially.
And that's something that Timmons was talking about to us after the game, that they got to know when to pinch. And Wands seems like he's got it down. Now with Simonek. Simonek down to Knees looking for a pass in the slot, can't get anything, so he'll back it off the boards to Skrupa. Skrupa right in front, looking for a shot, right up close, it's cut off. Now Walsh shot goes wide, deflected up in front with 50 seconds remaining in this opening period. Dawson hits his man into the board. It's on the far boards now with Walsh. Walsh loses the puck, so Skrupa will bat it back to him in the neutral zone as the Lakers are offside, so they'll just dump it in. Kraus has it for the Bulls. To Cone, cut off almost by Dawson. Now Lakers are really pressuring a really smart forecheck as Simonek has it in the neutral zone. He's knocked down to the ice as Simonek eventually comes away with it, but loses it in the neutral zone and back with it as he enters the offensive zone. Now Marzlek one-timer goes high and wide as it goes way over the blocker of Kraus. Skrupa knocks that one in for Dawson. Dawson looking for a pass and gives it down to Marzlek. Marzlek back to Dawson. Dawson at the end boards loses the puck. He's still being pinned against the boards, and both players looking for a call either way. Now it's Walsh. Walsh backhand shot just goes wide of the slot. Nice spin move there to try to at least get something down in front as the play expires. The Skrupa goes down hard with an elbow, and players exchanging some words after the whistle or after the final buzzer. That'll do it for the second period as the Lakers end the period up 1, 3-2.
Yeah, that's a great period by the Lakers. UB, though, I mean, they stormed, but they were staying with them for the most part. Luckily, they weren't able to get a third answer to that Oswego third goal.
Aggression as the Lakers end the period between some shoving, some talk, and obviously, like we said yesterday, it's got to be about Thanksgiving, right?
Oh, yeah, it's just pleasantries. You know,
the happy holiday season.
Less than a week here.
Less than a week, you know. And unfortunately, that also means we're gone next week from Oswego State ACHA hockey, and really, we won't be back in the Morano Campus Center until February for senior night.
Yeah, which is just insane when you think about it, really. I mean, last spring semester, it seemed like we had a couple home games here and there.
It seemed much more even between the two semesters. Hopefully, we'll be able to get to a couple away games, but that's not now. Second intermission coming up as the Lakers look to keep their lead entering the third period, and it looks like we're going to have the Oswego State Figure Skating Club come out for a celebration, but for a little performance, I should say. But end of the 2 periods, Lakers up 3-2 here on YouTube Live. And welcome back to Oswego State ACHA hockey. Third period action coming soon in about a minute and a half. Lakers lead 3-2 after a really tough Luke Myers goal.
Yeah, that was a crazy one. Kind of reminded me of that Patrick Kane goal, I believe 2010 Stanley Cup playoffs, where no one knew it went in but him.
You're right.
Yeah, you saw Myers celebrate right away, but everybody else was still standing in front, jamming away.
Yeah, it was,
so,
Luke Myers knew it was in.
Yeah,
he knew he scored.
Eventually, they did call it a goal.
They did call it a goal. So to recap the second period, Wilkowski scored first for UB. I did not catch the assist on that one, so we'll have to get those from Pat Machado. But Mike Lemieux scored on the power play for the Lakers' second goal at 11:32 with assists from Luke Myers and Joe Marzalek. That was Myers' second point of the game. Victor McCutcheon scores to start the third period at 11:54 of the second, along with Kavanaugh and Last on the assist. And then Luke Myers gives the Lakers a 3-2 lead at 15:02, and that goal unassisted as the always wanted Soulja Boy plays for the third period.
Yeah, I believe that's a Theo Cup special right there.
It's a Chase Nees special, actually.
Chase Nees?
So supposedly, I've heard rumors. I haven't actually confirmed this with him. I don't know if it was in his first season last year or if it was when he played in high school or junior or travel hockey, that he had an outstanding third period, and the song that he went out to was this song. So I'm not sure what the official reasoning behind it is.
Definitely a good song.
It's definitely a good song to get you pumped up, but I think it's one of those hockey superstitions that he's got now.
Definitely, and I'm glad that they're sticking with it because they've been doing it all year, and it's honestly worked. They haven't really played a really horrible third period at home here ever.
They haven't. You know, you're exactly right. It's been pretty strong road stretch or home stretch for the Lakers this season.
Yeah, and they needed that. It's a good way to start the season off, especially, I mean, we were just talking about it. This is really our last 20 minutes until February.
Until February, you're right. At least at home. We will, like I said, we will try to get to some of the January games on the road over winter break. We'll also try to get some of the road games in throughout the season that are close by that we as students can get to. But third period action underway here. Second line out for the Lakers, along with C.J. Walsh and Martin Simonek. And right after the face-off is a whistle. It looks like Luke Myers and Last both stay in. I'm not sure exactly what the call was there.
A little false start, I believe.
A little false start, but this time UB wins it. So either way, UB comes away with the puck as the third period is underway here. Lakers leading 3-2 thanks to the Luke Myers goal. C.J. Walsh gives it over to Simonek. Simonek up to Deming. Deming can't hold on to it, so UB will gain possession. Shot goes wide for Kyle Wilk, who's now in the neutral zone as the Lakers try to tip it into the neutral zone. Deming eventually gets it. But Wilk just dumps that one in offside of the Bulls as Golosi gloves it down and holds on and leaves it off for Simonek, giving it to Walsh, who gives it up to Lemieux. Lemieux looking for a pass, gives it to Deming in the neutral zone, gets around one, gives it over to Simonek, who's going to enter the offensive zone, not offside, just by a hair. Shot just goes wide. Big hit on Martin Simonek as well, right on the slot for Myers. Now Deming in the slot, shot blocked up in front, and Last has that as Deming goes to the ice. Now it's Simonek. Simonek down to Myers. Myers right up in front looking for a rebound. Doesn't get anything as Deming plays his man out, bumps his man off the puck. Marzalek comes out for Lemieux. Now Myers. Myers shot blocked up front as two players go down as well. Myers and Wilk. And didn't see what happened there. It looks like they might have just gotten tied up together as Myers has it in the neutral zone with 18:49 remaining in the period. Lakers have it. Cup as is the neutral zone. Third line out there now for the Lakers as Kraus holds on. Just got a stoppage in play with 18:40 left.
Yeah, you'd like to see that. It was an odd little tie up there. Myers' shot gets blocked and then he gets tangled up. But I liked the moves by Deming trying to create his own space. He's got great hands and he likes to show them off, that's for sure.
Skrupa wins the faceoff back to Marzalek, and Marzalek will just dump it in, but that's taken away by Peter Tacone. Tacone tries to clear it. Marzalek gets a shot tipped down by Sizz of UB, but goes wide of the goaltender. So that was a lucky break for the Bulls that it didn't hit their own goaltender. Wands gives it up to Dawson, who tips it for Skrupa. Skrupa looking for a pass. The puck's knocked away by, it looked like Bevilacqua. Couldn't exactly tell there, but there were some cheers from the UB bench. Cup wins it back, wins the puck, and slides it back to Wands, who has to race back after the puck and gives it to Dawson. Dawson's knocked off the puck by Sizz, and Sizz gives it back now to Tacone. Tacone looking to reset the UB's offense with 17:55 remaining in the regulation period. Lakers leading 3-2 as dumping it down will be UB. No icing. Cup's knocked into the boards along with as he's blocking the players. He's pinned to the boards. I can't tell exactly who it is. It looks like Timothy Allen as both players went in. Knees. Gives it to Dawson. Dawson bumped off the puck as well, but taken away by Wands. Wands tries to clear it out, but UB will keep it in the offensive zone. Shot right in the slot. Lieber can't get a shot off, actually. Just misses the pass as he's knocked to the ice. No call there. Now to Knees. A lot of speed into the offensive zone. Pass over to Knees, blocked from Marzalek, or excuse me, from Dawson. As there's a little mixture of lines as Cardi tries to keep it in, but it enters the neutral zone. And skating after it will be King. King into the neutral zone now. Glinsky will have to race after it. No icing called as Gibran now chases after it with Kavanaugh with possession. Into the neutral zone now. Sean King gives a pass into the neutral zone, cut off by Schaefer, but he'll have to stay in the neutral zone as UB is offside. And Chapin takes that one away after he dumps it in. Chapin trying to skate around Bauer, gives it up to King. King looking for a cross ice pass, cut off. He was looking for Chase Knees. That one was cut off by Schaefer as well. Dumped all the way down the ice now, and it will be icing for the Bulls. That one's cut won by, looks like Jay Chapin.
Oswego, I'd like to see him calm this game down a little bit. I mean, had almost a scary 2-on-1 there, just luckily the pass being missed. And that's kind of the story for Buffalo. They haven't been playing a bad game. Just that one last pass, the crucial pass, just hasn't found the target.
Chase Knees loses the face-off to Wanchok, excuse me. So Bauer will take that one away for the Bulls and enters the neutral zone. Cut off by Gibran. Cardi slaps it into the offensive zone. Kubriel's chasing after it as well. Cardi trying to race after the puck, pokes it away from Kubriel momentarily, but eventually tries to get off to Bauer. Taken by Knees. Knees in the offensive zone, gives it back to Walsh. Walsh back to Knees. Knees tries to give it to Walsh, but it goes in between Walsh and Semenek, so UB will gain possession. Schaefer dumping that one in, originally for Bauer, but they're right there. Now players are tumbling. It's Walsh and Bauer, Semenek and it looks like Wanchok hugging it out, and still neither player letting go. And there's that whistle. Maybe it's still not letting go, and it can only mean this might be a penalty as both players wrestle to the ground.
Yeah, no doubt we're going to get some penalties.
I mean, there were no whistles.
No, I know. Surprisingly, they weren't whistling them.
Unless I think the refs were just kind of and now there's a whistle as it looks
and he's gone.
And it looks like there's a punch. Maybe Simnek's on the ground. Wanchok might have thrown a punch. So we'll have to see if there's any calls. As there's officially a whistle as he will go to the box.
Looked like they're calling for him to get ejected.
And now Wanchok throws his stick, it looks like. Or excuse me,
that will end his night.
And that ends his night. So Wanchok is done. He heads to the locker room. Semenek will head to the box, however, and Wanchok's looking he just got a game misconduct. A great job there for Semenek to really control his emotions, too.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough play. I mean, when you give a snow shower to a goaltender like that, that's like not the first time they've done that, a late play near Golosi. I remember they had the poke check earlier that stirred up a little controversy, and then you do something like that. Good on Semenek and even Walsh, really, to step up for their goaltender. And
according to ACHA Hockey, I don't know if he played last night, but Wanchok has only played in one game. I don't know if he played last night against Canisius, as stats weren't updated. So one game, 2 games, and 1 game misconduct so far.
Yeah, that's a big penalty, especially. We'll see.
An appropriate song for Pat Machado to be playing right now. Why can't we be friends? Kind of ironic timing.
Oh, definitely. He knows what he's doing down there.
Captain's trying to figure out some penalties. Last talking to a referee, as well as Kubriel and Cup. Kubriel's trying to reason with the referee, not that he's going to pull Wanchok back on the ice.
They do have a 5-minute up there already, though, for Buffalo.
So Wanchok with a 5-minute, and I can only assume that means he got a game misconduct as well since he's off the ice. We'll have to see what Semenek got, which makes me wonder if he maybe got a 10-minute because his penalty is not on the clock yet.
He could have, they could have both gotten misconducts, but he probably got a major and a misconduct. I mean, it was a pretty blatant play. You're right in front of all 4 referees. He threw the punch. That's just something you never like to see.
After they were separated.
Yeah, you never like to see something like that.
Wanchok had been pulled off Semenek, who was on the bottom of the tussle. Wanchok was pulled up and then went down again and threw the punch. And that's something you just don't want to see. And that's obviously not allowed in collegiate hockey anywhere, either NCAA or ACHA.
No, anything like that is usually, they don't even let that go fly in the pros as much as they used to anymore. So stuff like that.
Obviously, the shoving is allowed. You know, the post-whistle pleasantries, the shoving. But the blatant punches. So Wanchok got a 5-minute major and a game misconduct. And we're still waiting for Semenek, and we'll see what he got as he's in the box. can't tell what he got, what Simonek might have gotten. There's no one right now in the box for the Bulls with the 5-minute major called.
Looks like it must just be just a 10, you thinking? 'Cause it looks like Theo Cup just again signaled 5-on-4.
So I'm thinking Simonek maybe got a 10-minute, and Simonek's not happy with the call. And now they're waiting for a Bull to get into the penalty box to serve that 5-minute major. So it is 5-on-4, however, with the power play, and they will have to stop. They're waiting for a player to go in the box. Tchaikovsky will be going in. Tchaikovsky won't be going in. And they're not, it's 5-on-4, but still no one's in the box. I would think they have to put someone in the box.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing here. And they also took a second off the power play. So someone has to be in the box. I mean, he got the 5 and the 10, so he's gone, and they're just going to play.
I guess they're just going to play.
But maybe just have him come off the bench. Either way, I don't know.
Either way, up and close, shorthanded shot now for Bauer, and he had the shorthanded opportunity before as well. He was part of that, but that was cut off by Luke Myers after a pass. Sorry for the confusion there. We're just trying to figure everything out. Waiting to hear what Martin Simonek might have gotten for the Lakers, but there's that chippy player we were talking about that might have come out of Buffalo. Now with Deming. Deming trying to dump it down. His pass is cut off. Lemieux cuts that one off, though, now, so Lakers will retain possession. Myers, Martin Simonek got a 10-minute misconduct with that. Now shot just goes over the goal. So 5-minute major for fighting and a game misconduct for Wanchop. So definitely interesting. It's a 5-on-4 for the Lakers, and it's Deming over to Myers, or Chapin, excuse me, up in front now. Lemieux backhand right up in front. That one's blocked away. As now we have it all figured out. Deming has it on the near side, gives it back to Marzalek, who's just ahead of him. So Marzalek will give a poke now to Chapin, who gives it right back to Marzalek on the near side. Lakers on a 5-minute power play, a major. So if the Lakers do score, the power play will not be wiped out, and they will remain on the man advantage, which is important to note. Luke Myers, weak pass right at the near boards, going all the way down for the Bulls, so the Lakers will get a line change. And it looks like it's going to be that other unit now for the Lakers of Jubran, at least, Lemieux. And you got to think the Lakers are just going to put out normal maybe 5-man rosters with how long they've been going, but maybe they'll put out a couple power play units or try something out.
Yeah, it seems like they're going with that second power play unit for just now.
Just now it's Jubran, Nees, and Cardi, along with Walsh and Cup. Definitely a lot more offensive-minded players. Cup may be the most defensive-minded out of all 5 of them, as Nees misses the pass, so Walsh will just have to dump that one back in, and now Nees has it. Nees skating with some room, long pass over to Jubran. Jubran just misses it, so he'll have to dump it all the way down the ice, and Nees is skating after his goaltender just...
Yeah, he took a little spill there.
Took a little spill into his own net. That was a bad break for him, but lucky he wasn't up in front. Now Walsh over to Cup. 2:55 remaining on the power play, 14 minutes even in the period. Lakers leading 3-2. As Jubran loses the puck and gives it off to Cardi eventually. Cardi looking for a pass. He's knocked down hard. It looks like he might have been falling already, but Cardi has it at the far corner. Cardi gives it down to Nees. Nees shot bounces up in front and goes over the goaltender with 2.5 minutes now left on this power play. Cup up to Jubran. Jubran gets around one. He's going in close, looking for something. He's knocked down to the ice. No call there. It looks like he might have fallen down on his own, and now it's with Walsh on the far boards. Walsh pass cut off. UB has a chance shorthanded. Walsh still fighting for it along with, it looked like Nicholas Wilkowski, and now Krause will have that at the end boards. Taken away by Lakers. Lakers have it right up front. Krause almost caught out of position once again. Now it's with Walsh. Walsh to Nees. Nees to Marzalek. Marzalek back to Cup. Cup at the point. Shot. Goes right into the pads. A rebound opportunity right up in front. Krause still doesn't have it. Lakers right in front. Still rebound. Still up in front. And UB finally gets that one out with 1:55 remaining in the period. 13 minutes left. 1:50 on the power play. 12:57 now in the period.
Yeah, it's been a brutal power play here so far on this extended opportunity for the Lakers.
Lakers heading into the offensive zone. It looks like Jubran skating in, trying to wrap around. Marzalek run down. Myers can't get a shot as it's blocked. And that one will go back in the neutral zone now with Jubran. Jubran over to Lemieux. Lemieux loses the puck, taken away by Glinsky. Glinsky dumps that one into the neutral zone. Coming away with it, Schaefer. Deming tried to bat it back in. So Chapin will take that one, though, in the defensive zone as Schaefer's able to knock it all the way down. 1:15 on the power play for the Lakers, 12:20 in the period.
And you got to think, I mean, even if you don't get a goal, you'd love to get maybe even multiple goals always on a 5-minute power play. But, I mean, you are just taking time off that clock in this third period.
Myers with it in the offensive zone. Cross-ice pass over to Chapin, back to Lemieux. Or down to Lemieux, I should say, back to Chapin up top. Over to Lemieux. Lemieux, Marzalek skating in, looking for Myers now at the far corner, deep corner, looking for Lemieux now. Gives it back to Myers. Myers looking back at the point to Chapin. 45 now left on the power play. Deming, one-timer opportunity. Should have taken the one-timer. Now another shot. Marzalek shot. Deming, one-timer. Gets the backhand. It's a goal! Braden Deming on the rebound. And Bulls are definitely going to call for goaltender interference potentially. But either way, it looks like they're going to give him the goal. 4-2 Lakers, and Bulls are really not happy with that one.
And that's a tough situation for the goaltender there.
So, by the way, either way, Deming gets the goal. I thought he would have taken the one-timer, but gets the backhand into the net.
Yeah, he had that beautiful opportunity wide open. Instead, opted to pass it back to Chapin, but that shot caused a rebound in front. And then Deming, a beneficiary of a rebound, same side of the ice, same side of the net.
A rebound.
It's right there, same spot for him. That's 2 in a row, or 2 today, excuse me.
Today, that is the second goal of the game. I believe his ninth of the season. So the freshman now has 17 points on the year, and captains UB's at least questioning. Captains are trying to figure this one out. Semenek obviously still in the box for this one, and obviously UB is going to want goaltender interference. I would have called it, to be honest with you, because he was really getting shoved into, but it might have been too close to call.
Yeah, and that's another one of those things where it looked like last night against RIT where it could be goaltender interference or something like that, but if a Buffalo player is pushing Marzalek in front of the net and he doesn't have control.
And it is no goal. Referees wave off the goal, so Deming is not credited with his second goal of the game. So it looks like it's going to be called goaltender interference.
That's a tough call. I mean, you don't have replay, so.
We don't have replay. Well, we don't have. We will have replay after the game.
Yeah.
But
you would have liked them to maybe group up right away and discuss it instead of call the goal afterwards and then overturn. But tough break.
Lakers do remain on the power play for 37 seconds, however. And there's another player going into the box, though. And it looks like it's Lockemeyer is serving the last 37 seconds of this one, which I thought they would have been serving it the entire 5 minutes. But that's just me, I guess. So Lakers lead 3-2, 37 seconds left on the power play, 11:45 in the period. Deming's second goal, unfortunately, does not count, similar to Myers last night.
Yep, yeah, another tough goal called back, a crucial goal, if you will. I mean, it's a big point of the game for the Lakers.
UB wins the faceoff as the Lakers aren't able to get that insurance goal with 30 seconds left now on the power play. Cup just misses a pass, but recovers it, gives it over up to Gibran, who gives it back to Walsh in his defensive zone. 20 seconds now on the power play. Knees across ice to Cardi. Cardi poking at it, and that one goes way out of play. Hits directly really across our line of sight. That one goes out of the zone, out of the ice. So 16 seconds now remaining on the power play. 11:24 in the period. Lakers lead 3-2.
I mean, it must have took a deflection. I was almost looking for a delay of game call there, but I'm guessing it did take a deflection, whoever was forechecking, whether that was Cardi or Knees.
It looked like it might have hit Cardi's stick the way it went, so I'm not 100% positive. But Lakers have the faceoff win. Walsh back the Cup over to Gibran. Gibran skating backwards, gives a Cup at the point. Cup gets around a couple players, and now gives it to Gibran. Gibran right up to the Knees. Knees shot, easily patted away. He gives it over to Cardi. Cardi looking for the pass on the slot. Lakers power play ends. No goal as the Braden Deming goal is waved off. Now Gibran knocked off the puck, and he gives it to Knees, though. Knees looking for a pass. He's still with the puck, but that's taken away by Lieber. And Lieber in the defensive zone with Wands cutting that one off and just dumping it back down with 10:50 remaining in the period. Schaefer giving to Cup. Cut off by Cup, I should say. He just dumps that one in. So Kubriel, takes that one away. Schaefer enters the neutral zone. He's bumped off the puck by Scrupa with a hard hit. Schaefer goes down and loses the puck. And now it's with O'Neal, who just dumps it in. Gibran was going to wait for it, but O'Neal couldn't get firm possession of it, forcing him to dump it. Taken away by Lask. Lask enters the neutral zone, and now the offensive zone. Wands right in front of him, pokes it away. So Tacone will have to take that puck away. Now it's cut off by O'Neal. O'Neal went too far ahead of O'Neal, but they will retain possession. And dumping it back in for Scrupa will dump it back, or Dawson will dump it down to O'Neal, I should say. Now taken away by, it looks like, Tacone once again, or by Lask this time. Another big hit. This time from Scrupa, again, I should say. And now it's Wands with a lot of speed. Wands goes in, rebound opportunity, no one there. Now Wands is at the near corner where the board's really pinching up, and O'Neal's at the defensive line. Allen with the puck, he passes up to McCutcheon. McCutcheon can't hold on, blocked away by Wands. So taking that one away in the defensive zone would be Chapin with 9:35 remaining in the period. Wands, long pass up to Myers. Myers is knocked to the ice. No tripping calls. It looks like it might have just been a clean body check. Lemieux has it right up front. No one in the slot, so the pass is cut off by McCutcheon. McCutcheon into the neutral zone, taken by Walsh. No icing there. And he'll just look for a player to pass to. Taken away now by Lockemeyer. Lockemeyer looks for a centering pass right in front, cut off. And it's taken away by Myers. Myers to Lemieux. Big backhand to Braden Deming. Loses the puck in his skates. Now it's ran into the defensive zone. Lockemeyer loses the puck. Now taken away into the neutral zone. And once again grabbed. And two players going at it now. Lemieux as well as Kavanaugh. It looks like Kavanaugh was like faking a glove like they would in an NHL fight. And you can't do that.
No, there's none of that. We already saw what happens when you try to fight here in ACHA.
I'm assuming there'd be no instigating penalty in ACHA since you can't instigate a fight, but I guess you never know. I guess it hasn't happened in any of our games yet as Walsh has it entering the neutral zone, now taken by Deming. Deming enters the offensive zone with 4 players in front of him, no Lakers around. Myers enters the offensive zone as well. He wins the race to the puck. It will just clear it back to to Chapin, but it goes in between them, so it'll be no icing as the Lakers hit it back all the way by themselves. Pelosi with a really long pass up to Deming, who just dumps that one in. And now no penalty called as a big hit. It looks like maybe on Myers from Kavanaugh. And now it looks like Wilk was getting at it with Cardi. Now Jubron enters. Jubron back to Cardi. Cardi gets around a couple. Now Knee shot and glove down. Rebound opportunity. Cardi still with it. And now taken away by Krause. And this is where Buffalo starts to get a little chippy.
Yeah, that was a nice drop pass there from Cardi to set up Knees. Knees with a shot. Wasn't able to be gloved down. Rebound was there for a couple seconds, 1 or 2 seconds. And yeah, as you said, things are getting chippy. We saw it really after after Knees took that big hit in the second period. It's just been escalating even more so. Then we see Simonek getting that fight, and this game is heating up.
Cup with a shot blocked up in front. Knees couldn't get the rebound or the loose puck, so Buffalo will take it in the offensive zone. Lask and Cup going at it a little bit now. And now UB looking for something up front. Pass goes in between 4 Bull players. Now to Kubriel in the Bulls defensive zone. Kubriel, long pass up to Wilkowski. Wilkowski given. Now to cut off by Wands. I say given up back to Cup. Cup tipped in by Jubron, so it'll go behind Krause. Marzalek will chase after it along with Wilk. Taken away by Lask. Shot from Jubron right up in front. Rebound opportunity for Marzalek. Finally held onto by Krause. And now Wilsk and Marzalek going at it. They're over Krause, and that's extremely dangerous as well, making sure Krause doesn't get hurt.
Yeah, that was a interesting situation. Almost actually had that no-look rebound shot that went in. But as we were talking about the chippiness, anything around the goaltenders now, especially.
And Marzalek is going to get a misconduct for talking to the refs. He's going to go to the box. So it looks like he's originally got a penalty. I think they just gave him a misconduct, or unsportsmanlike, I should say. It might be a 10-minute. To be honest with you, Marzalek once again not happy with that, and UB is going to the box as well. Wilk. So it looks like it might be at least 2-on-2, or 4-on-4 rather, 2-minute minors, and Marzalek might get something extra here.
Yeah, it's all depending what they do with these coincidentals. I mean,
Walsh telling to Marzalek to calm down a little bit, just so he doesn't draw anything else. So Marzalek at least does have a 2-minute minor.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I don't see I'm guessing towards the back end of that altercation, he was jabbing at the referee a lot. So I'm believing he probably might have gotten that 10-minute. And if that's the case, his night is pretty much done.
His night is done, but he will remain in the box because from what I've seen, Laker players don't tend to, if there's a 10-minute misconduct with less than 10 minutes, they tend not to go off. They tend to stay in the game just in case.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and especially a game like this, it might not be over, you know, if the game somehow made it to an extra frame or a shootout, he still could be in play.
So it's at least a 2-minute minor for Marzalek, and it's 5-on-4 now, as it looks like only Wilk got a misconduct, so maybe an extended misconduct, so Lakers are on the penalty kill for the second time, I believe, tonight. Now taken by Lask and now Bevilacqua. Lask up front, looking for a spin-around move, can't get it. Now it's with Sizz. Sizz looking to set something up, gives it back to, looks like over to Kubriel, gives it to Bevilacqua, but the shot goes way wide, and now it's with Lask again. Lask back to Bevilacqua with 6:48 remaining in the period. Now back to Lask. Lask right up from McCutcheon. McCutcheon shot, save Galosi. Big save on the one-timer from Sizz. and the Lakers still lead 3-2 with 6:43 remaining in the period, 1:22 left on the power play for the Bulls.
Great reflexes there by Galosi in net, just reading that first fan shot, and then it fell right to another Buffalo player. He was able to just square up to the shot and collect that one easily.
Knees on the penalty kill, now taking center ice, but loses the face-off to last. So that one's taken away by McCutcheon, and now it's with Knees. Knees clears all the way down the ice, 1:15 remaining on the power play, as now Kraus will hold on to it and give it off to his captain, Kubriel. Kubriel behind the goaltender, still skating up. O'Neal as Marzalek gets a 2-minute minor for roughing. And Marzalek also gets a 2-minute minor for unsportsmanlike. And Wilk gets a 2-minute minor for roughing. So they are both 2-minute just coincidental minors, and only one of them is counting. So there's no misconduct. So both players will return to the game eventually. Bevilacqua right in front. Shot. Big save, Galosi. Wands clears it all the way down the ice now as there's only 30 seconds remaining on the power play. Marzalek will eventually come back on the ice. Wilk will have to remain in the box as the Bulls do have 5 players. Lieber brings it into the offensive zone. Easily saved by Galosi now as Walsh and Lieber collide, but Galosi holds on. And Simonek gets out of his 10-minute misconduct. There's 22 seconds now remaining on the power play for the Bulls, excuse me.
And it looks like Simmer's actually going to get right back out there on the penalty kill as normal. That's the normal penalty kill line.
Normal penalty kill of Walsh, Simonek, as well as Skrupa and Dawson. A definitely strong penalty kill this season, something they've done really well on all year with 10 seconds remaining on the Marzalek call. 5.5 left in regulation. Lakers leading 3-2 to Cone. Shot from the side. It looked like that was Lieber, one-timer, but Galosi stops that one. 3 seconds now left on the power play. Tacone, last second shot deflected and goes way wide. Dawson got a piece of it. Marzalek enters the ice, and it looks like Wilk was able to just quickly head over, and they're able to get him out of the box just in case. Marzalek tips it off over to Skrupa. Skrupa can't hold on, so Marzalek will regain it. Back in the neutral zone now, though, for the Bulls. Allen has it in the neutral zone, gives it over to Glinski. Glinski up to Lockemeyer. Lockemeyer to Allen. Allen shot up front, easily sticked away by Galosi. He's knocked down to the ice. Walsh with it. Gives up to Marzalek. Marzalek trying to get in the neutral zone. He does, and it will. No icing as UB does get a little too close with it. Wilk, who just got out of the penalty box, has it with 4:45, and we're back at even strength here at the Marano Campus Center. Oswego State leading 3-2. Up to Tacone. Tacone cut off by Deming. Deming enters the offense zone. He gets in close. Deming, wide shot. Looks like it might have gotten a piece of the goaltender, but nothing doing there as he's trying to regain his second goal. Now back with Chikowski. Chikowski dumps it in. Cup chasing after it, but Wands will get there first. Long pass up to Deming. Deming giving it to Cup in the slot, in the back of the neutral zone, just poke it away. Wands pokes it into the offensive zone. Marzalek was going to chase after, but he'll change as Luke Myers goes after now, so the second line can get out, along with Lemieux and Deming. Lemieux cuts off a pass momentarily, but it's recovered by Allen, who enters the offensive zone. Allen looking for a pass right in front. Centering pass goes wide, so UB will have to reset the offensive play. Behind the goaltender now, it's with Myers. Myers tries to clear it out, taken away by Cavan. Now it's Lemieux. Lemieux's got 2-on-1 with Deming. Lemieux, 2-on-2 now. Lemieux look for Deming. Pass was caught off by Kubriel. Now Deming, now Myers goes wide of both. Wands, however, would just dump that one in as it goes out of play. It looks like it might have gone behind the netting and deflected off the glass.
That's unfortunate there. That was a good idea from Wands to dump it in. Just keep the play in deep as far as you can. You only got 3:37 remaining here in this third period, a 1-goal lead. So you got to think eventually we might see a goalie pulled an empty net situation for Buffalo.
Neutral zone face-off now, and it looks like UB wanted a delay of game call, so it doesn't look like it deflected at all, but they don't get it. So now Cardi hold on to it. Or Knees had it, trying to look for Jubran. Jubran, though, gives it back to Knees. Knees looking for Cardi in the slot. He's bumped out the puck. Now Walsh. Walsh slap shot, nothing doing, as now UB grabs it. And we will pay attention to Kraus. I don't expect him to go for a little bit, just because of how much time is left in this one. But down only by one, you got to think if they let up one empty net, you got to think they're going to pull him again when it's only 4-2. But we will keep an eye on that one.
Oh, yeah.
Kavanaugh has it for UB into the neutral zone now with Walsh. Walsh slap, or just with a dump, hits it right in the chest of Kraus. Another stoppage. But the thing is that UB's got to get some offensive zone time and maintain pressure, maintain it so that Kraus can get to his own bench.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't really been able to set too much up after that power play that they had. Oswego has been doing a great job of just clearing the zones, breakout passes, and getting in dumps. Oswego themselves isn't really trying to set anything up too crazy.
Simonek dumps it in or slaps it in, hits the blocker, so Cardio chase after. Now Simonek keeps it in as well, and now finally Czechowski is able to knock that one into the off neutral zone, taken away by Walsh. Walsh dumps it in, wraps it around the boards. Wilk chasing after it along with Simonek. Simonek hits Wilk, into the boards hard, and Bauer now has it in the neutral zone. And looking at Krause as he dumps in, goes to the bench, but UB will just dump it in. Now Lieber knocked into the boards by Walsh. Krause still remaining at his net with 2.5 minutes left, and UB wants some kind of call there, but I'm not exactly sure what they want. Oswego State still has it. Lieber has it. He loses the puck. Now Czechowski looking for a pass. A couple more players knocked down to the ice as UB retains possession. Krause still not leaving his goal crease. Into a couple players go down. And there is now a call holding for the Lakers, I'm assuming. And it looks like it's going to be Knees. Knees will get the call for the hold. It looks like he's trying to question it just a little bit. So Lakers will go to the penalty kill, and Krause, you got to think Krause is going to be in the bench for this, for the 6-on-4, but he is going back.
Yeah, it looks like he was talking to him already. And then, yeah, I mean, you only have 209 regulation, so.
I think they're trying to figure out when for him to come to the bench, and obviously UB1 has to win the faceoff, 2 they have to maintain possession.
And you probably want, I mean, if you're UB, you could maybe run your power play just for a little bit.
He definitely is getting ready because he's way outside of the crease. So we'll keep an eye on. And now there's a timeout called. And
I believe that was Buffalo.
Timeout is going to Buffalo. So you got to think maybe Krause will stay out to the bench, but it looks like he's staying out for right now, as they're just going to talk strategy for at least this power play that will essentially last until 9 seconds left of the game.
Yeah, so this is pretty much
barring no goals are scored.
Yeah, Buffalo's last big chance here at the end of regulation. So I'm thinking they're probably going to try and draw up something quick off the face-off. If that doesn't work, I'd say maybe think about pulling your goaltender, then you go 6-on-4. I think you should probably. I mean, they could just pull him right away.
I think you would want to start with it because obviously. So Chase Knees gets a 2-minute minor for holding, by the way, with 2:09 left. So you got to think though, if I'm UB right now, I want to pull the goaltender because if Oswego gets it, you're just going to clear it quick. What are the chances of it hitting the goal?
True, but I mean, you got to think on Oswego's part. There's been a lot of shorthanded opportunities.
There has been a lot of shorthanded opportunities for both sides. That is.
So
really.
even if Buffalo wins the faceoff, Oswego's been cheating a lot on that. I don't know if they will. Maybe not with 2 minutes left in the game. They've been cheating and jumping the faceoffs and just to try and create some breakaway opportunities.
Lakers lead 3-2, 2:09 remaining in the period, and Krause is heading to the bench, so it will be an empty net situation. 6-on-4 for a UB power play that will essentially end the game with there will be 9 seconds remaining, barring no UB goals, and right away UB gains possession. Clock running, 2:05, UB on the power play.
Oswego's just really crowding that net.
Bevilacqua gives it down to Lask. Lask has it now. Now it's with Skrupa. Skrupa trying to poke it away. Now it's taken at the blue line by Kubriel, giving to Bevilacqua. Bevilacqua right in front. Big save. It's in! UB on the power play. 147. And we have a tie game.
And, I mean, yeah, so pulling that goaltender paid off. They were able to keep that possession. It was a great job winning the faceoff, and then it was just pretty much all downhill for Oswego for that. At that point, it's tough to get that puck back when they're just cycling around the outside like that. They got a 2-man advantage.
Based off who went first in the celebration line, it looked like it was Kubriel at 19-13 to tie it up. So this one tied up with under 2 minutes to go. Both goaltenders back in their crease. Cup has it in the defensive zone, gives it to Wands. Wands gives up to Deming, who just dumps it, I should say. And that one's taken away now by Lemieux. Lemieux has it at the end boards, battled by Wilk. Now it's Myers. Myers looking for a clean pass. He gives it back to Wands at the blue line. Wands slap shot goes way wide, looking maybe for a tip. And now taken away by McCutcheon. McCutcheon, the leading point getter, tied for 20 points. And I believe he did have the goal here, so he does have 21. Deming with it. Deming on. So it is Lask given the goal, and Schaefer is given the assist at 18-13, as Krause originally holds on to it.
That was a very interesting play there by Wands, I believe it was. He slapped that thing all the way down. risked an icing call, really, at that point. But
And
luckily it
that's
bounced
really
in front.
something you don't want to do in this situation.
Yeah, luckily for him, it bounced towards the goaltender and he covered. But
And it looks like the Lakers' second offensive line will be staying out there. A little bit unique defensive pairing between Walsh and Cup. So again, two more maybe offensive-minded defensemen, and it will go back into the neutral zone, however.
that's
Right back at center ice, actually.
Okay.
So not exactly sure what the call is. Cup's trying to figure something out. And so is Timmons is getting an explanation from the referee now.
Yeah, that's an odd decision. As we were saying, it looked like maybe the referees were a little in a disagreement with that icing or not icing or whatever you want to call it. So they just, usually whenever the refs are in a disagreement, center ice. That's all it is. So
Bevilacqua, wins that faceoff, and Deming comes away with it, taken away quickly by Glinsky. Glinsky is knocked into the boards hard by Deming. And 1 minute now remaining in the third period. Wall shot, looking for Deluxury up in front. But Deming can't get a stick on it. And that one's in the neutral zone now for Cup. Cup just hits it back, but it's taken away by Allen. Allen enters the offensive zone. Two defensemen in front of him now taking it away. The shot just goes wide. Just hits the toe or the edge of the glove of Golosi. Now another save for him as UB gets the same amount of pressure with 35 seconds remaining in this one. And just like that, UB's got some pressure now, and I don't think they'll pull their goalie. Obviously, not risking emptying that goal with it being tied, but you never know. And now another call, another whistle, I should say.
player is down at the blue line.
Players down at the blue line, and that is Kubriel, the captain. I missed what happened there as the trainer comes out immediately. He's not getting up anytime soon. I missed what the call was there, but he's really not getting. And usually, you see some players try to get up, but he hasn't even tried.
Yeah, that was awkward play. He kept the puck in the zone initially and then dumped it back around.
And it appears to be a leg, maybe a knee. The boards are cutting it off. From what we can see, it looks like a knee or at least a leg. So I can't tell exactly what happened for the captain of the Bulls, and it looks like he's in a lot of pain actually.
You never know with those quick stops when you're flying down the ice. You stop on a dime.
Trainer helps him up and will most likely he's just going to skate to the bench. Doesn't look like he's favoring a leg, which is always good to see. But I don't think he'll be coming out in the next couple minutes with 26.4 left in regulation. So it will go back into the neutral zone for the Lakers and the Bulls. Tied at 3, Lakers with a 14-shot advantage.
Yeah,
40 shots to 26.
That five-minute power play really contributed to that, I believe. Getting 10 shots just alone on that. Something
Really the power play
of the
just in
sorts.
general.
Yeah, the power play has been active.
Nees loses the face-off, and that's taken away now by Walsh. Walsh up to Gibran. Gibran trying to just clear it out with 15 seconds now remaining as UB keeps it in. They stay offsides, and now it's Cup. Cup, long pass to Cardi. Cardi just trying to tip it, taken away by Sizz. Sizz enters the defensive zone, not cut off by Cardi. Now it's McCutcheon. McCutcheon loses the puck to Walsh, and now 3 and 2 and 1. That'll do it for regulation. Back-to-back overtime games now for the Lakers and the Bulls, for that matter. Bulls had the shootout victory over Canisius last night, 4-3, and the Lakers will head to overtime for the second straight game after a 3-2 win in overtime over RIT at the Fort last night.
And as we say, these NECHL games are just always a toss-up. You never know. These teams are always so closely competitive. I mean, a lot of these teams.
Look at Oswego Niagara. They lost the first game in a tight one, and then won 3-0 at Niagara, no less.
There's no jump really in talent-wise either team. Every team is talented. Every team's got speed.
So based off what we saw yesterday, it will be 3-on-3 for a 5-minute overtime period, at least.
Yeah, and which was a little interesting because we originally thought maybe 4-on-4, but they go straight to the 3-on-3 now, which is nice for 5 minutes, and then if not,
similar to the NHL.
Yeah, we might get to see our first shootout.
So just a reminder from last night with the Oswego Lakers and RIT game, what basically happened was if you weren't able to watch or if you don't remember, C.J. Walsh was at the blue line. Skrupa had come out for Luke Myers. Walsh passes it cross ice at the blue line to Skrupa. Skrupa just lays a shot looking for a rebound. Gavin Lewis, the RIT goaltender, misses the puck, goes right behind him, and Mike Lemieux is able to tip it in.
Yeah, there's a good second or two where that puck was literally just sitting there on the goal line.
And Mike Lemieux was able to get a tip on it to get the game-winning goal for the Lakers. And definitely, so now we have a minute left until overtime period. And Lakers do have that overtime win, but Buffalo has a shootout win, and both teams got to think maybe not so fatigued but they're in even standings because they're both over in overtime now.
Yeah, you could tell they're both neck and neck probably fatigue-wise. Maybe not super tired, but you can tell they both played a tough game last night the way they're playing today.
And now some adrenaline for both sides as they enter overtime. So the starting three is going to be similar to last night. It's going to be Lemieux, Myers, and Cup for the Lakers. UB still trying to get a last-minute pep talk going, trying to figure out who it is. Can't tell exactly who is going to be starting three for the Bulls quite yet. It's going to be McCutcheon, Kerbiel, as it looks like he's going to be okay, and Lask. So two of the captains and McCutcheon out for the Bulls, along with the captain for the Lakers, along with Mike Lemieux and Luke Myers. Myers and Lask at center. Krause.
I hope we're not playing 20 minutes.
I hope we're not playing 20 minutes. Krause and Golosi at center ice for the Lakers, or at goal as the Lakers win that one. Back to Cup. Cup just slowly setting something up, taking his time, gets it up to a streaking Myers on the far side. Myers enters the offensive zone, gets around McCutcheon originally, holds onto the puck, trying to leave it for Lemieux. McCutcheon knocks down Myers. Lemieux comes away with it. Now it's with Myers. Myers taken away now by McCutcheon. McCutcheon's got a 2-on-1 opportunity with Lask. Lemieux racing back. Lask right in front, breakaway opportunity. Big save, Golosi on the 2-on-1. McCutcheon and Cup shoving a little bit, making sure McCutcheon doesn't get too close to Golosi.
Alex Golosi, we are not worthy with that save. Oh, my goodness.
Holy
Sliding
cow.
across, stopping
And now
him.
there's a hooking call on Mike Lemieux.
That's a tough call.
So Lakers will go 4-on-3 now with 4:30 left in the overtime period. Lakers will suffer a penalty for the penalty kill, and this is not what you want to see on the power. Obviously, their penalty kill has done all right.
Yeah.
But overtime is a whole new ballgame.
Oh, yeah, 4-on-3, there's so much space. As we saw before, once Buffalo gets an excess amount of space, they work the puck around very well.
So it's Knees, Cup, and Walsh, along with Kerbiel, Lask, McCutcheon, and it looks like Lieber, as Lakers are trying to clear that one, and Knees is trying to clear it out. McCutcheon, three Buffalo Bulls right next to each other. Walsh and Knees pinning players against the board. Knees eventually gets it. He tries to clear it out. Now it's a cut off right in the high slot, and Kerbiel has it. Kerbiel over to Lask. Lask back to Kerbiel. Kerbiel on the high slot over to McCutcheon. McCutcheon over to Kerbiel, back to McCutcheon. McCutcheon long cross pass to Lask. Lask over to Kerbiel. Kerbiel to McCutcheon. McCutcheon down to Lieber, and now to McCutcheon. McCutcheon down to Lieber. Lieber up top to Kerbiel. Kerbiel shot right into the chest of Golosi. And that's one save for Golosi on the power play for the Bulls.
That's Mike Lemieux showing his support from the box for that save from Golosi.
So 1:21 remaining on the power play for the Bulls. 3:51 in this overtime period. Skripa at center ice. Power play remaining the same for the Bulls. Lask wins that one and goes back to Kerbiel. Juan's on the penalty kill now along with Chapin. And Skripa, as I said, is that third man, the forward of this one. Knees over to Skripa. Skripa shot from Lask, goes wide. Now Kerbiel has it at the point. Kerbiel over to Lask. Lask over to McCutcheon. McCutcheon, Kerbiel at the point. Kerbiel skating in, shot, but blocked up in front by Skripa. Big block there. Kerbiel at the top again. Kerbiel over to Lask. Lask back to Kerbiel. Kerbiel over to Lask. Lask coming in close. Shot just goes wide once again. Juan skating after, trying to clear it out, but Lask will hold on. Juan still again, and it still can't get out. It's still Lask. Lask down to McCutcheon. McCutcheon, he's got Lieber to the side. 40 seconds now remaining on the power play. McCutcheon gives it to Lask. Lask resetting it with Kerbiel. Kerbiel over to Lask. Lask over to McCutcheon. McCutcheon back to Lask. Last shot easily sticked away by Golosi. Kerbiel will grab it at the far boards. Skripa kicks it out into the neutral zone. He gets it all the way down.
Skripa.
Great job by the transfer junior. 20 seconds remaining, and now there's a wide open opportunity for Lieber. Knees just gets back there. He knocks him off the puck. Great job there as Cup clears it all the way down the ice. 10 seconds now.
Clears.
Two huge clears in overtime. 10 seconds remaining on this power play as Lemieux gets ready to head back out onto the ice. 2:30 in the period. Overtime period. Penalty kill over. Shot. Saved by Golosi. High. And it looks like now someone went on top of it.
That was tough. Okay. Yeah, they.
And Golosi's down. And he's not getting up. It looks like he might have hit him in the head. And that shot originally came from Bevilacqua.
Golosi did not have that covered at all.
And it looks like Golosi's hurting. Is it? I can't tell if it's his head. And he's really not fast to get up, and he's really favoring, it looks like a shoulder or a, can't tell exactly what, if he's all right. Trader is out for him. Cup, Walsh, and Myers sending around him just to make sure. And that's not what you want to see in this overtime period.
No, that was a very awkward situation. Everyone thought
It
for a
almost looked like
second.
it might have hit him in between like the helmet and the shoulder pad, right in the neck.
Yeah, it looked like everyone thought he had it covered for a second. Then that puck actually dribbled down to the 5-hole, even went behind him.
Myers was there to stop it, however.
Yeah, while the loose puck was, when everyone realized it was a loose puck, though, people were going pretty crazy around.
Toronto
Pelosi.
getting ready just in case.
Looks like he's trying out that shoulder.
It was like a shoulder or an arm. That's where it hit him. Maybe a neck, too, with how he's kind of rotating. And Golosi will stay in the game. Toronto doesn't have to come in for relief yet, as Golosi will stay on. He's just trying to work it around. That's definitely not what you want to see with your starting goaltender in the overtime period.
No, that was a scary, scary situation. See your number one goaltender like that.
Golosi still really trying to test it out, really working that left shoulder, reaching up. And it looks like it might be a top shoulder or a neck maybe. But he puts his helmet on. He's good to go. 2:27 remaining in this overtime period. Back to 3-on-3. It is Bevilacqua, Sizz, along with Schaefer. Excuse me, not Schaefer. Along with Schaefer. UB wins that one. Cup, Lemieux, and Myers out there for the Bulls. Myers wins that one. He's knocked out the puck a little bit. UB still fighting for it with Sizz. Sizz enters the zone. He goes in. He's waiting for his players to reset there. Timmons not happy with no call there between Sizz and Myers. And Cup knocks Sizz into the boards just a little bit, but Sizz holds on. Cross ice down low now for Bevilacqua. 2 minutes to go in this overtime period. Schaefer with it. Schaefer knocked off the puck by Cup, but holds on along the boards. The body play there. Bevilacqua has it now with Myers pressuring him. Myers on Bevilacqua. Bevilacqua looking for a low pass. He gives it to Sizz along the boards. Sizz holds on. Myers, he gets it around Myers just a little bit, but Myers recovers. And Lemieux's there to meet the puck along the boards as well. Schaefer changing out. Bauer coming out for the Bulls. Cup making sure he stays spread out. And now it's back to the Bulls at least. Sizz pins Myers off the boards, on the boards, and Lakers are still fighting for it. Lemieux gets it on the boards, gives it back to Myers. Myers just trying to clear it into the neutral zone for the Cup. Cup gets it to the red line. No icing now, as it looks like Bauer's going to get that one. 1:15 remaining in the overtime period. Lemieux and Myers stay out there. One time to right in the slot. Now it's Lemieux. Nothing touches closer there. Lemieux gets into the offensive neutral zone. He's bumped off the puck by Bauer. Now it's Lieber. One-on-one opportunity. Myers down there. 2-on-1. Shot up high. Golosi stops that one.
Huge
with 58.2 remaining in the overtime period. Still 3-3.
Yeah, Golosi really just bailing them out there. Needed a stoppage. You had Myers and Lemieux were out there for pretty much a whole minute straight. And then on 3-on-3, that's a lot of skating. That's a lot of moving around. So, I mean, Walsh was able to get on for Cup, but Walsh got caught up the ice on that last rush. So, huge save.
Big break there. Now UB wins that one. It's Knees, Deming, and Walsh still. Now, and it's also Lask. Last shot. That one is padded wide. Lask, Lieber, and Galinsky. Now our right front shot just goes wide for the Bulls once again. 45 seconds. Bulls having their way here in this overtime period. Lask right in front with Lieber. Lieber up in front. Doesn't get a pass off. Walsh is right there as well. Now Knees takes it away. Knees canning around. He's right in front of the goaltender. Risky play there. Knees gets into the neutral zone with Deming. It's a 2-on-1 opportunity as Lask can get back. Knees shot. Padded away. Rebound. Deming can't get it as there's a stuffing chance. And Lakers finally have an offensive zone face-off with 27.9 left.
Yeah. I mean, it only took about 4.5 minutes, but we find the offensive zone, and here we are. This is pretty much, with 3-on-3, there's probably still 2 or 3 rushes you could get out of the 30 seconds.
So it's Knees, Cup, and Deming, and Kerbiel.
Looks like an Oswego timeout, perhaps.
And now an Oswego State timeout. And so assuming the lines remain the same, it's McCutcheon, Kerbiel, along with Bevilacqua. So Oswego State timeout. 27.9 remaining in the overtime period. 3-on-3 hockey. 41 shots for the Lakers, 32 for the Bulls. Both teams have played in overtime period last night. Bulls played in shootout as well. Both teams won. And if you're Timmons, what are you saying to your team right now?
This has got to be an easy, probably drawing up something I would think relatively similar to what we saw in the winter last night. A face-off win, maybe back to the point. looking for a cross-ice pass for the one-timer, and then you just have to have someone in front. You never know with the rebounds. Both goaltenders have been giving up some decent rebounds. So I think you try to get a shot on net, put one person in front, and hope for the best.
64 and a half minutes of hockey has been played here at the Morano Campus Center. 27.9 left, 3-3, Lakers Bulls. Kraus heads to his net. So it will be Knees, Deming, and Cup for the Lakers. Knees most likely at center ice. Veloci heading back to his net. It will be Kerbiel, McCutcheon, and Bevilacqua, for the Bulls. 27.9 remaining. Knees and McCutcheon at center ice. Puck drop. Knees wins it back to Cup. Cup wrapping it around the boards now to Deming. Deming has possession. He just backhands it to Knees, but that's taken away by McCutcheon. Knees can't catch up to it. McCutcheon won't get it into the neutral zone. Hits it back, though, to Kerbiel. 15 now. It's Bevilacqua. He gives it up to McCutcheon. McCutcheon's poked away by Cup. Cup, and that was recovered by Bevilacqua. Bevilacqua gives it up to McCutcheon. He enters the offensive zone. He gets around Cup. Shot. Batted away by Golosi. 2-1. And we are headed to a shootout.
For the first time ever in our history.
For the first time that Jerry and I have been here, we are headed to a shootout between the Bulls and the Lakers. And Jerry, I don't know about you, this is the first game I've called that's been a shootout.
Yeah.
NCAA does not do shootouts. ACHA does.
It's been honestly a little insane. I think what we're going to do here for the scoreboard.
It was close, I remember, last year at the Niagara game.
Yep.
Jerry, go ahead.
Yeah, no. Saying. I was just going to say we're going to reset the scoreboard here. I'm going to do 0-0, and any goals we will just update. So obviously going 3-3 into the shootout. But yeah, as you said, we were very close last season in that last game
against Niagara. I want to say Oswego State did have a shootout game against Rutgers in New Jersey last year, if I remember correctly. It was at least overtime. I don't remember if it was shootout, but this will definitely be interesting. And it looks like I can't tell who's getting the first shot for either team or who actually it is going to be for either team. But we'll have to see here what the Lakers do. It's going to be a three-player shootout here at the Morano Campus Center Ice Arena. And the last shootout, really I should say the only shootout I've ever seen, and we were talking about it, Jerry, was at the Pathfinder, or actually I was talking about with someone else, was at the Pathfinder Bank NCAA men's tournament here, where the third place game was into a shootout.
Okay.
And originally it wasn't supposed to be a shootout, but they're like, every team was like, yo, we want third place.
Yeah.
So they got the shootout. I wish I remembered who. I want to say it was Salve Regina who won the shootout, but have not seen an ACHA shootout yet.
No, this is my first one, definitely. I mean, as you said, we just heard about the one at Rutgers. We weren't able to make it out there last year.
I think that was the weekend I was at a wedding. I was really disappointed because the wedding, I'm not going to lie, the wedding was kind of boring.
I mean, a wedding is nice, but doesn't live up to a shootout.
I would have much rather been at the shootout game than the wedding, to be honest with you. I mean, the guy that the wedding was for is a dear friend of mine, but I think I would have much rather been at the shootout in New Jersey.
There's something about a shootout in hockey.
It's just you can't beat it. It's like it's like presenting the Stanley Cup. You can't beat a shootout. All right.
Schaefer first.
So Niagara will have the first shot. It's going to be Schaefer. Schaefer's got 3 goals on the season. Schaefer, Golosi, and ready. Schaefer gets the puck. He goes up center ice and goes to the left. He skates in slowly. He dekes a little bit. Shot. Goal! William Schaefer over the shoulder of Alex Golosi. Niagara up, or excuse me, UB up 1-0.
Yeah, and as you said, I mean, they won last night in the shootout, so you got to expect they know what they're doing. They've been here before.
Luke Myers now up for the Lakers. Myers has 11 goals. He has 1 today and had 2 yesterday. He gets the puck. He skates up below speed right up the center. He gets ready. Backhand, forehands, backhand shot. Goal save by Kraus. Just too many moves. And Buffalo remains up 1-0.
Yeah,
and now it's
Luke Myers just handcuffing himself really on that shot. A little too many dekes in close.
Now it's Michael Lask. He's got 11 goals on the season. Second round beginning, UB up 1-0. Lask in center ice. He takes it a lot slower. He also goes to the left. Goes in, gets around, goal! Now UB up 2-0. Lakers need this one. He gets the 5-hole pass, Golosi. And it's Jubran, the freshman, up second for the Lakers. Trevor Jubran, he's got 7 goals this season. 2-0, UB. Trevor Jubran goes in. He goes into the right. Kraus kicks out, fakes a shot, goes around, shot, save Kraus! UB wins this one in shootout 2-0. And the Lakers do get a point, and it hits the post to Jubran. And that's the way this one ends.
That was a spectacular
4-3
save.
Bulls.
Spectacular save there by Kraus to win this one in the shootout. Just a sprawling, almost Dominic Hasek-like save. Desperation mode, and it paid off. UB steals this one.
Al Hart, assistant coach Jordan Al Hart storms out, slams the door. He's not in the line, and Timmons not happy about something either. I'm not 100% sure how they're going to react to this one.
I mean, it's a heartbreaker, really. You had the lead there all the way going, even before, right before the third period, you had the lead the whole period to give up that late goal. And then just no offense in overtime at all from Oswego. Really, I mean, just put themselves in a bad spot taking that penalty so early on. And then you find yourself in the shootout, you're not even able to pot one goal. It's a tough situation for Oswego.
Very tough situation. Really, I guess the only positive is that Oswego does get 1 point out of this, bumping them to 15 points on the season. UB gets 2, so they now have 13. So it is still 3rd and 4th for Oswego and Buffalo. Obviously, Oswego would have liked the win to bump over RIT for 2nd place. But that's how this one ends.
Yeah, you still get a point. You know, your last home game for a very long time if you're Oswego, so it didn't end probably the way that they'd like, but to just get a point in a conference game is always huge in the NECHL, so now you just go back to the drawing board.
Lakers lose 4-3 in the shootout as UB wins the shootout 2-0 with goals from Schaefer along with Michael Lask. Trevor Jubran nor do Luke Myers score in that shootout for the shutout in the shootout really as they fall 4-3. Lakers fall to 8-9-0 overall and 4-1-2-1 in conference between overtime wins and overtime losses. They're a little different, obviously, in conference. So 4-1-2-1 overall. UB improves to 3-2-3 in league and 7-9-0 in conference. That'll just about do it here at the Marano Campus Center for the semester. Join us next semester, at least hopefully on a couple road trips. The Lakers' next game will be on January 17th and 18th at Robert Morris University in Pennsylvania. And the Lakers will look to redeem this one. For I'm Ben Grego. Join us next semester here on YouTube Live.